What's good, y'all? Your boy Bosco here, chilling out a little bit later than usual. Hold up. Got my phones jumping off, doing other things they're not supposed to. I'm chilling out, man. On a Saturday night. Well, technically Sunday morning now. Chilling out for the evening for a little while to see how it goes. I do. I wanted to go live, man. I just felt the energy to go live for a little bit, see how everybody's doing. Didn't have a lot to talk about, but of course, as we go on, things will pop up. Of course, the highlight of the day for a lot of people was those Jordan 11 gratitudes. Let me know in the chat if you guys picked up a pair. Are you guys waiting to pick them up? Resale on them is a little bit over retail right now. This is one shoe that's not having the same effect as the other ones. However, that could change. What am I doing right now? That could change. What am I doing right now? What am I doing right now? Damn. That definitely could change. I feel like it's not what I was about to bring up, but got to get some pages loaded up here real quick. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed your Saturday. Was a lot of things out there to get into or to get to. You know what I'm saying? Um, but like I said, the highlight of the day for a lot of people, including myself, I mean, the sneaker world, set on fire with these Jordan 11s that dropped today. I did see a good amount of people doing the got 'em on sneakers. I do see people picking them up at the stores. I've heard some people tell me they weren't too fond of the shoe. It's a bunch of mixed feelings out there. Some of the things that I liked about the shoe was some things that people don't like about the shoe, which is natural. It's definitely natural. This is kind of what happens. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, some people don't like the leather upper. I think that was actually a highlight part of the shoe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I definitely feel like this is a shoe that's dope, man. Ain't nothing wrong about it to me. I think the leather quality on the upper is actually warranted for this shoe. And that leather quality, from what I've been seeing, is definitely like, on point. It don't look cheap or anything. And I think the leather would be a little easier to clean up than the actual mesh that was there. I know a lot of people don't like the mesh tongues. And then when you do get them dirty, a little bit more difficult to keep clean in a sense. I think it's easier to clean the leather. That's just my opinion. Of course, you guys can let me know in the chat where we at with it. It's loading up a few things. Um, yeah, man, how's everybody doing? Now, I'm loading something up so I don't see the chat. Where's that? Okay, let me see. Yeah, did you pick up a pair of these Jordan 11s today? Let me know. I put a poll there. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me get it together. Let me get it together. Trying to figure this out. Just setting up some stuff. Go there. If I'm lagging right now, please forgive your boy. You know, did the 11 sell out in your area? That's the question. Some people are saying they did. Some people saying they didn't. I mean, based on my experience today, going out to the locations, I definitely saw them available. It seems like every store that I went to um, had a pair of them, and they had a lot of pairs. I believe over a million pair or a million of these were made. Usually, that's what they do for the holiday releases. You know, um, and with the history of everything dropping, the history of the way things have been going, with shoes that have less quality or quantity, they tend to have been chilling, you know. I'm sure tomorrow there'll be leftovers for sure. The real question is, will these hit the outlets? Dare I say, will these go on sale at the retail stores? I don't think that'll happen. I don't think Nike or Jordan will allow the 11s to sit in the store long enough to get a sales tag. I think if they're sitting in there too long, they might pull some Yeezy stuff and just send them to the outlets, which to me is still the same thing. But I just think it would look really bad if a Jordan 11 is sitting on the shelf with a sales tag on it, you know, business wise. That means y'all couldn't even sell out of your holiday release. That would be a big statement right there if that was the case. I'm seeing a lot of got-ems. I'm seeing a lot of people go after them. Uh, but yeah, man, I'm curious to see, bro. Really curious to see what the results are going to be Monday, next Saturday. Especially when we get to that weekend right before Christmas. Um, will they be in the store still? Uh, put up a couple images in the chat or a poll in the chat to see what the results are, if anybody did scoop them up or not. We will go through the Discord a little bit today too, you know, check out a few things, go across some things that I found over my last couple of days. Went to Ross, but I did not drop my video of that yet. So on Bobby Thrift, I'll be expecting a video tomorrow. Been crazy busy, bro, being pulled in so many directions, so many things come up. And it's all important stuff. So it just is what it is. We out here grinding like everybody else is. Don't do too many businesses with people because, like, as far as I don't know, man, I can't really keep up my side sometimes. I get consistent with stuff and then things come up to change my projection of things. We got the wheel out again tonight. Yeah, it's an old wheel, so forgive the little squeaking. I'm pretty sure y'all can hear that. I'm pretty sure y'all can hear that. Andrew, what's good with you, bro? James, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Mikey Miguel, what's going on with you, bro? Definitely. Foot Locker in Hollywood. What location are you at now? Are you have you been moved out to Del Amo? I forgot what location you said you're at. Steps was good. Lost my number, Mikey. All right. Any fines? No. Oh well, I did come across some items which I'm gonna show you guys in a second, but not from Ross though. Lemons are whatever. Oversaturated. The leather upper you're not feeling. That's what I'm saying. Some people are not feeling that leather upper. I like them. I think they are a nice shoe. I think that leather up there is definitely kind of perfect for that shoe. Excuse me. As far as like, maintenance for it. Last you checked, the stores had 7 through 12 available, so they're not selling out in your area either. Yeah. How was that? Nike in Hollywood during releases. Okay. Yeah, no. DM me on IG because I can't pull my number out in the chat. You feel me? DM me on Instagram, Mikey. Yeah, DM me on Instagram. Very dope shoe though. Classic shoe. We talked about them before. Had an early pair from the homie Drum to check them out for the channel. I do have a video dropping tomorrow. I mean, we got a few people here. So I mean, I'm not spilling the tea if I do show you guys what I did pick up, because I did go to the mall today, of course, to do my content. You know what I'm saying? To see what's up with the Jordan 11, see what the stores are talking about, see how many people was out there actually shopping for them. I did run into a fellow supporter of the channel, told me that he said that he went to the store to JD Sports to pick up a pair, and when he got there, it's in the description. My Instagram's in the description, but I'll put it right here too. Um, yeah, he said he came to JD Sports to pick up the shoe, and then he got there and checked the shoe out, and he didn't like the quality on it. He felt like there was some quality control issues, which is possible. Maybe want to check your pair to make sure. Um, Anything's possible now. They mass producing the shoe. Anytime a shoe is mass produced, it has a gooder chance, a better chance of what I'm saying, not having some quality control issues on a shoe pair. Human mistakes, human error, anything else up under the sun. That's what that is. Um, yeah, for me, dope shoe. Definitely didn't pick my pair up today. Honestly, I do like the shoe. I've definitely been talking about it for a long time. Has a shoe that I definitely want to add to my collection. Looking up at StockX right now, because I've been speaking on lately that that shoes have been so under retail online. You guys know that it's nothing new under the sun. We definitely talked about that on this channel, especially as of late, how a lot of shoes are going under retail online on the secondary market. You know, and this right here, I mean, it's fluctuating. I recorded a video today from going out to the mall, which will drop tomorrow. And then that I had different stats than what I'm looking at right now. Different sizes, different strokes for different folks. Shout out to you guys watching on Twitch too. If anybody's on Twitch right now, I'm live there too. We live and on like 3-4 channels. Bobby Thrift, Bosco Mitchell, Bosco Live Therapy, and my Twitch. For sure, DM me for sure, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, so when I did the video earlier and looked up the stats for this shoe, what I mean by stats is the pricing on like StockX, it was going for a little higher than that. But now, as of now, the last pair sold for $227, which is under retail technically. Dropped 27% from the previous sale because I just seen. Is it gonna pop up right here? Sorry if I'm lagging. I'm not sure if I'm lagging or not. Yeah, so you guys can see the history. Oh, I can't zoom that in. 227, 254, size 13. That's probably like with fees. That's probably breaking even for the person who sold the shoe. That's probably them breaking even after all of the fees. 254, 249, 269, and so on and so forth. 227, 225, 235, 192 for 8.5. Somebody got that early, 12 a.m. December 10th. I thought I seen something sell a little higher. Yeah. Okay, a size 15 went for $291. I think that's when I checked the stats. So a lot of these have been sold. Wait. Yeah, a lot of these have been sold recently. It says 6,973 have been sold in the last 3 days. So this is moving. People are moving them. I feel like some people, might have got them for a discount with their JD Sports discounts or maybe employee discounts. And they're able to kind of get them off for the retail price so they can still get a profit. But yeah, I saw just how many minutes ago was that? 30 minutes ago? What was that? 30 minutes ago, it went for okay, now it's gone. Now I don't see it. Okay, yeah, 297 at 11:05. So about an hour and something ago. Hour and 30 minutes, roughly. Hour and 30 minutes ago, it sold for 297. That's why they got the little rocket there. Oh, for express shipping. So they give you express shipping options now on StockX. I didn't know that. I check StockX sometime to check out pricing to gauge it for other people who need information on the shoe, but I haven't shopped with StockX in forever. I bought the Jordan 3. I think they were called like the Arizona or the Phoenix Sun Jordan 3 a couple years back. That's like the most recent time, I think, or Kyrie 6. So it's been a minute since I've actually bought from StockX. But express shipping, 3 days availability at checkout. So does that mean that they have someone in consignment at StockX, like shoes that are already in stock there that they could just express ship it, or do they have a connection with somebody where they can do this? Because express shipping, that means that if they're doing it the regular way, that means that person had to ship it out the next day. They had to get it within 2 days when there's so many more things being shipped right now to hold back the shipping times. So are they in in business with another brand that has shoes on deck for them to where they can do express shipping, which means the shoe comes in or they have shoes there, order comes, they ship it right out away to try to get that 3-day situation. I'm curious to see. I'm curious to know that. Does StockX have a consignment or who's their sneaker deal to be able to get shoes to people in 3 days during this time of the year? Maybe that's normal standard, but like I said, for example, if I had the shoe and somebody bought it from me, I'm not going to ship it off. They bought it. Like, say somebody bought it today, right now. I can't ship it tomorrow because it's Sunday. If I get to the post office on Monday, possibly, hopefully, what if I waited till Tuesday? That don't give them 3 days to get the shoe. So I'm just curious to see where that middleman part is for them. Definitely a clean shoe, though. Very classic shoe. We're going to see what the results is the next few days. Weeks, months. Will they be sold out by Christmas? Will they be here long after January 1st? I feel like they will be. I'm leaving it up to the sneaker gods for me. Am I able to find these at the outlets discounted? I'm thinking not, but I don't know. We shall see. So StockX last sale was $227, which is not much over retail. If they do another drop of these, like another shock drop, Christmas shock drop type shit, you know what I'm saying? Will that bring the price down? Will that even be something that actually happens with them having so many pairs made? Why not? Why not? You know what I'm saying? They had the early drop, had the official drop. I'm sure they're going to have another drop, just like they're going to have another drop of those Kobe's. I would assume they're going to have another drop of those Kobe's before the year's up. Why wouldn't they? They didn't release all the pairs. You feel me? But yeah, we chilling out, man. Getting dunks for $90 is crazy. Definitely. Especially they priced at 115, 125, depending on the colorways and stuff like that. So that's actually a super steal if you're able to get them for that price. You know what I mean? Eric, was good? Welcome to the stream. Jordan 11's hurt your feet. I'm good. Uncomfortable AF. Really? I've haven't had that situation for myself, but I have seen some people wear them, and they do feel snug around the toe box. I have heard people say that, so that's not nothing new. Yeah, that's definitely different right there, bro. Definitely different. Yeah, here and there, I could probably get you some pandas for like 90. That's fire. All right. Shout out to you, bro. For Shigado, shout out to you. Okay, I was trying to bring up something else too. Let me bring that up. Twitter. Okay, so yeah, went to the mall today, check out some stuff. I went and headed over to back to Topanga Canyon because there was something that I was actually trying to see and grab, actually. See and grab. Yeah, there was something there that I was looking forward to grabbing. I want to review them, talk about them. They don't come out for like another week. I like the fact that that is the case now. You know what I'm saying? Shoes, that's always been something I've been trying to look for. Shoes coming out earlier than they normally would. People putting them out a little sooner than they normally would. So to go ahead and talk about the shoe that I scooped up. Now, it remains to be seen about this because we know what's up with the shoe, but at the same time, man, these things is fire. And since we're talking about StockX, maybe I need to post these there just in case. Like I said, I didn't get the 11s today, but I did pick these up. Definitely one of LeBron's best 21 so far. That marbleized, got like a holographic feel to them. Also, is crazy. These drop like on the 18th or 19th of this month. The lighting is kind of showing it. You know what I mean? The iridescent splash, as I call it, over the upper. White and black shoe. I understand that, but that I don't know, man. Something about that material in the upper to me is top notch, dude. Super dope. Back of the shoe clean. This one here is a little bit priced up under the priced a little bit under the 12s that came out today, but I did have a $25 coupon or $20 coupon that I was able to use. Nothing like that new shoe smell. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these LeBron 21s. What do you think about the 21s overall? You know, like I said in one of my videos, man, I feel like the LeBron 20 and 21 kind of saved LeBron's signature line out of however many silhouettes he's up to the 21. So out of, at the time, 19 silhouettes when it was the 19. No, that's the problem. I could not go up a full size. They didn't have it. I'm hoping one sock with these might work, but I'm thinking they might not. But I definitely wanted to do the review because I like them and they're not out yet. So I'm going to knock this video out tomorrow and try to get it out either later tomorrow, have 2 uploads, or Monday morning, or wait for another store to drop them and then get them in a 14 and then scoop them. Whoever did see them, they scooped that 14 up quick, bro. But these right here are dope. He's been coming with some solid colorways. That pearl one, the Abalone pearl one, that was a fire one. This is a dope one. Um, so far, maybe the first 2 colorways is the ones that are the weakest colorway. The purple one is nice, but it's kind of the weakest colorway. And then Akron or Akron, it's not Akron. I don't think it was an Akron. The other one that was like beige and tan, that one was solid too. But those, they've only gotten better, more releases, the more colorways dropping. He wore the Oregon Duck one, then he wore the reverse Oregon Duck today in the game. They looking nice, man. The 21s is definitely on point. It's not looking like a super bulky shoe. As I was saying earlier, you know, up to the 19, in my personal opinion, when it was up to the LeBron 19, I think they might have had, I'll be nice and say 5 silhouettes that was worth copping or that I liked out of 19 shoes. That's kind of wild for a signature athlete shoe. 19 shoes and you only have 5 that are bangers. What was it? The ones, in my opinion, the ones, which was the Nike Zoom generation. Let me go pull these up real quick. Let me pull these up real quick. I want to know what you guys think about the LeBron signature line, you know? 1 through 21. Let me go and see if they got an image so I can show y'all. We could talk about this right now. Shout out to LeBron, though. You know, big ups to the dude. Definitely one of them guys when it comes to hooping, obviously. It's dope to see him doing it for as long as he's doing it, man. 20 years, 21 years, whatever it is. No. I'm not trying to watch nobody's video. No. Sorry for the lagging. Maybe I need to take this idea real quick too. Hold up. When they made this video 2 years ago, yeah, I might have to update that, bro. You only went up to the 19. I might have to do it. I might have to do it. I mean, that's what YouTube is. I was just looking at YouTube today, right? I mean, not looking at the videos, but watching, like, I was uploading a video, and while I was doing that, I was scrolling through it, and somebody chopped a part of one of my thumbnails and added it to theirs with more behind it. Can't get mad at the game. But he used half of my thumbnail, and the way I know it's mine is the font, the little red arrow that I use. I put the the chef hat on the dude. He used my thumbnail and just put more using Photoshop. That's why. Another reason why I'm pausing and waiting is because of what my next investment is going to be. I'm trying to really step some stuff up within my production. So that's what's causing me to be iffy. Plus, I know that the shoes aren't going to really go crazy like that. Um, so yeah, stay tuned for that. It's still in the works. I'm trying to make sure I get the exact thing that I need so I don't have no more issues on these reactions, my editing, any of that stuff. So That's another reason why, and that's gonna be a pretty penny for what I expect to put into into my investment. Um, so yeah, let me go ahead and pull this up right here. Let me know. Not in not in two white shoes. Really, I picked up 21s all black with the green. Okay, okay, okay. Let me see. Nope, right there. Yeah. So in my opinion, up into the 19, I said five before I pulled this up. Right. I'd go the ones. I like those. Two, three, four, five, six. I like the sevens. The eights weren't bad. The nines were cool. The 11s, that's five. Because I mean, 12, 13, 14, 15. The 16 was all right. 17's cool. 18's cool. 19's no. Yeah, up until that point for me, it was five silhouettes that I rock with. You know, the twos were nice also. Good quality on the twos. That was a shoe that started to get heavier. The first Zoom generation was fairly light for a LeBron shoe. The second shoe got heavier. The third shoe got heavier. The fourth definitely got heavier. I'm not even sure about the five. I mean, what do we remember about the fives at all? You know what I mean? The sixes, I seen those. Not a fan of those. They had the Stewies that came out of that. I wasn't a fan of that shoe at all. The sevens, a little bit more impressive, definitely lighter than the previous three or four silhouettes. The eights, I see where they try to piggyback off it, but the sevens was definitely dope with a lot of dope colorways. Um, these eights were also dope too with a lot of dope colorways. Tens, I was never a fan of, even though those are some of his popular shoes as far as collabs or whatever. These 11s I felt were really slept on. I have a couple pairs of 11s. Well, I have one now, but I had another one that I thought was really dope. The 11s had some really nice colorways. 12s, 13s, definitely not. 14s, no. 15s was all right. The 15s started to kind of get back on the right track. You know what I mean? But five silhouettes up into the 20 and 21. So I felt like the 20 and 21 low key like really saved LeBron's shoe legacy, bro. You can't have 21 silhouettes or 19 silhouettes, 20 silhouettes, and only five of them be good. You don't have that with Jordan, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have that with anybody else who has multiple. And somebody who knocked it out the park was Penny. Five silhouettes, almost all five of them are bangers, in my opinion. You know, ones, two. I mean, almost all the Penny shoes was dope. Almost every single one of his was dope. Kobe's, it's an acquired taste for the Kobe's. Definitely an acquired taste for the Kobe's. A lot of dope ones though, but definitely an acquired taste because you got to include his Adidas with the Nikes. You know, I think he had one Adidas that was super fire, which is those crazy eights that are popping back up. Crazy ones, not so much. The other ones he had was okay, but the crazy eights is his best Adidas shoe. And then it's up for, public opinion debate. What's Kobe's best Nike shoe? I really like the nines. Even though there's ones better than that, I really like the nines. I had like two pair of the Black History Months when they first dropped. Something about that shoe, the way it fit, everything, for casual wear or hooping was definitely fire. And they're selling both of mine. Got what I wanted for them, but those were definitely fire, bro. The nines, I know there's some that might be a little better if I looked at them too. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about the LeBron sneaker line. What do you feel like was his top ones? And out of the 21 silhouettes now, how many bangers did he have? So with the 21s here, I think we're at what I said five before. So now we're at seven because I do have a pair of the LeBron 20s, the Christmas colorway. And even if I'm not able to find this one in my size, I'm gonna definitely pick up a pair of LeBron 21s for sure. And like all LeBrons, you're gonna find them at the outlets or discount stores too. So you can be patient with LeBron shoes for sure, unless it's in a special size or something like that, or a special collab, because he does do that a lot. I wonder will they bring back the LeBron watch? They haven't done it. Even for the 20s, they didn't do it. I don't think they did them for the 19s either. They need to bring back the LeBron watch, which had like the spinoff of other classic shoes that he liked and all that stuff. I think the last one they did it with was the 16s, if I'm not mistaken. Or did they do the LeBron watch with the 17s? I remember them for sure being on the 16s because they had like the diamond turfs and a few other ones. But yeah, give me your thoughts about the LeBron silhouettes. You know what I'm saying? Kobe's definitely had a lot of bangers, as I was saying. I didn't even see that in the chat. 1s, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s. I see you, Eric. I see you. Yep. We got some common ground. 16s were dope. Yeah, 16s weren't bad. Those are the ones that had like the last one that had the had the what's that called? The watch to LeBron, you know. We need the LeBron 7 Heroes pack with the Dion Penny MJ inspirations. Yep. Yep. And you know, it's only a matter of time before they start running that back. Retroing more of his shoes as he's still going on, killing it out here. I didn't get a chance to catch the whole game, but I caught a lot of the game today. And you know, he bought out last game. Good to see AD do what he did. If they could play like that, who knows what the end of the season can bring. Good to see them win this in-season tournament. You feel me? That definitely, you know, it's good to see that going on later on, you know, for this season. Them doing something, winning a tournament like that, going 7-0 in a tournament. That does good for the team, camaraderie. Banks, what's good with you, bro? How you doing today? Thanks for joining the stream. Did you scoop up a pair of the 11s today? Feel free to chime in the chat. We got a poll up today. I'm pretty sure a lot of people did scoop them up, but I know people have, 80% says no. 80% say no. Let me see. Yeah, these both the shoes are the same on the LeBron 21. So let me get this lace together. This one here, that pearl white, it's like a pearl white with the iridescent splash. I'm definitely doing a review on this. So like tomorrow, might be out tomorrow. Back of the shoe. I like the color combination they use, you know what I'm saying? You got the medial side. I'm telling you, like that white pearl stands out, and it got that iridescent, you know, finish on the top of it, man. These are crazy. Based on that alone, I mean, it is a white and black shoe, but then again, it's not because it does have that color. When the light really hits it, it kind of glows even more. You guys are seeing like a subtle aspect of the shoe. Also, it's definitely on point. You know, I hear these do have good grip and traction on the field or on the court as well. I'm liking it, man. Inside got the 4 rings. You guys can't see that. The lighting is too dark right there. Yeah, it's too dark. Oh, you guys can see it kind of fairly. Got the 4 rings hand. Definitely not a bad shoe. LeBron stepped that game up, man. And like I said, so far out of the let's see how we get this here. Yeah, so far out of the releases, I've only think 2 of them were kind of dull, which was the first one, which I thought was actually dope. The purple one, the purple violet or whatever it's called. LeBron, you did it again, man. You and Nike, man. Y'all definitely stepped the game up, man. They said that the kids gave them the inspiration for this shoe, you know, to make it more of a low top feel. We just gonna ride with that. I told you I have a different opinion about that, but I could be wrong. You know, maybe the Zoom GT cut could have been a shoe. I've always felt that this LeBron 21 was gonna be a Kobe shoe coming down the road, a new Kobe silhouette coming down the road before everything happened to him. I feel like they gave him the blueprint to a lot of Kobe stuff. I could be wrong about that though. You know, people feel like the Zoom GT cut twos could have been the next Kobe. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I felt like because these went in such a different, you know, way than the shoes were going with the LeBron 19s. and the LeBron 18s. Everything was so biggy, bulky, upper, like mid, high or high, whatever. None of them was low cut, and all the Kobe's recently have been low cut shoes. So I'm like, maybe they just gave him the blueprints to him, and these are LeBrons when they were going to be Kobe's. Just like you can't tell me, you can't convince me otherwise that the Sabrina one is a Kyrie shoe. Before Kyrie was out of here and all that, I feel like they just handed the blueprints over to Sabrina. You cannot convince me otherwise. I feel like the Sabrina one was Kyrie's next shoe had he stayed with Nike. But there's no way to ever prove that. And of course, Nike's not going to say that. They're going to say these are genuine to the player that they made for. But these are definitely clean, man. You can't sleep on the LeBron 21s. They are priced at 200 and 210 respectively, different sizes or different colorways. But just like every shoe, these will go under retail, either at the outlets, either on StockX, or like I said, they'll probably be in stores getting marked down. I'm already seeing grade school pair of LeBron 21s be marked down. So it's only a matter of time before the men's do. Sabrina ones could have been a Kobe vibe too. Absolutely. 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 She definitely got some no, not being funny, but she definitely got somebody else's shoe to make her own. Like, for sure, bro. For sure. And I don't mean that in no funny way. I just feel like that's what it is by the look. Booker's shoe don't look like really nobody else's shoe. That's a true signature shoe for himself. Ja Morant's kind of the same to me. I feel like it has, I guess, some Kobe inspiration, it seems like, also possibly. But for me personally, I feel like Jaws are true to him. I feel like Devin Booker's is not nobody else's silhouette. That's true to him also. Sabrina's not so much. And these LeBrons, I don't know. But, how do I know that? You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. They come out on the 18th of this month. Um, come out on the 18th or 19th of this month. Definitely a dope shoe. And like I said, good to see LeBron come with it with the 20s, the 21s, and the next gen LeBron, the budget model or budget friendly, because it's not actually, no, that's not the budget model. It's just his takedown model. Because those still retail for 160. You can find them online and in store now. Most of them on sale for like anywhere from 79 to 99 bucks. But they're going to continue to drop in price, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see full size run of those at the outlets as well. You know, so if you are looking for any of the LeBron shoes, you don't have to grab them right away unless they're like a colorway or you have a particular size. Um, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. That's why I'm rubbing my nose. Oh, anybody watch that Netflix show or movie that just came out? I think it dropped last night. It's the one produced by Michelle Obama and the Obamas, I guess. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy movie. I watched it today. What is it called? Let me see. Leave this earth or leave from here, something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, leave from here. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, yeah. Leave the world behind is the name of it. It got is it Kevin Spacey? I think Bacon is in there too, and then what's the girl's name? Jennifer Love Hewitt. Yeah, yeah. Definitely an interesting movie. Anybody else see that? It's on Netflix right now. Like I said, I think it came out yesterday. Really, really good movie in my opinion. I was glued to it because I'll be into those type of movies, and a couple times I had to rewind it to make sure I heard what people said, paid attention to what it really was. But that Netflix movie was definitely dope. I want to know if anybody else saw that movie. If you haven't, it's something I recommend you check out. A lot of things going on right now about these things that can happen, and the hackers getting here and doing things. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Steph. I got these right now. The purple one back is 150 on StockX. I got these now for more content purposes because The shoe's not officially released yet. Uh, that's why That's why I grabbed them. When I saw them last week in one of my videos, I should have scooped them that day, but I didn't realize that. I thought because I do sneaker news videos and stuff like that, and try to look up and get information on shoes that are just dropping or about to drop. And I covered it, or I talked about it. I think I did in one of my recent videos, or maybe I made the video and then I saw that and it said December 2023. So I just assumed that it was out once I went to JD and found them last time. So that's why I didn't scoop them up. I just felt like, because I saw them online, I didn't know if I remembered. I didn't remember the date they said they were coming out. So then later when I got home and did some editing and looked around and looked online again and seen they don't come out to the 18th or 19th, I'm like, we got to do them. We got to do them because they're not out yet. Let's get a review for people so they can see and know what they're going to look like. You can see them now, but I will get some outside shots where the light actually hits the sunlight to see that really, you can really see that holographic feel come through it, or iridescent feel, layer or finish come through. Definitely a dope colorway. And yeah, you will be able to find them cheaper online too, so you don't have to pay full retail for them. And like they might even be there right now, you know what I'm saying, on StockX. Wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't doubt it. But it's definitely a fire colorway. Let me know if you guys also, like I said, fill out the raffle, fill out the form or the question, the poll in the chat if you guys picked up the 11s. If you did, let us know why. Nostalgia, you like the materials. If you didn't pick it up, let us know why. Uh, some people say they make the feet hurt. Some people don't like the materials in the upper. Some people are saying more like factory flaws. I don't like the Jaw One or Booker. Both are too plain. True. The Devin Booker, the Book One, his first colorway, the orange colorway that has multi materials and textures, are going to be limited to 500 pair, which doesn't make any sense. The other pairs look very plain and common, but it does have a little style to it. They're using multiple materials in the upper, which I think kind of adds to the shoe. They do look like a shoe though, because more shoes are kind of going to the plain look. It definitely is a shoe that looks good to wear casual or for hooping. I think that's definitely a stylish shoe, especially the colorways they've been dropping. They look like, dare I say, like a Roshi or different type of Air Force One, or yeah, maybe like a Roshi. I'm thinking of something. They look like a casual shoe more than a basketball shoe, and that's kind of cool for somebody like me who likes to wear basketball shoes for casual wear. Um, Maybe at one point one of them colorways I will pick up. I mean, for sure we will review them on the channel. But I'm like, as far as a personal colorway or personal, maybe they might be added to buy BU or buy you, where you can customize them. I'm pretty sure they will do that for Devin Booker. Shout out to everybody watching here on the stream, wherever you're watching from too. I appreciate that. Uh, the 21s, these ones for the most part, I don't think so. I got them in a 13 because they didn't have a 14. And like I said before, when I tried them on, um, you have to go up a half a size, but 13 and a half don't really exist. So a 14 plus, I know that they will go on discount. So like I said, these are more for content purposes, obviously, because I do sneaker reviews. But once I find them, cheaper or at the outlet, for sure, I'm going to scoop up a pair of the 21s. It's either going to be this one, the Abalone Pearl, because that's also a fire colorway too. That one's really dope. And then we got to see what else comes down the pipeline as far as the colorways. But for my channel, I do indulge in sneaker reviews. Used to do a lot more. Um, Fell back for whatever reason, really no real reason. But I will be bringing back the sneaker reviews heavy, especially in 2024. And for the rest of this year, I got a couple more shoes that I want to review and see what they're like. Double up on the 11s. Atmos doesn't change shipping or tax. Oh, that's dope. Gratitude looks nice. Can be used for formal wear. Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't like the Bookers, therefore I won't touch the Booker one. I hear you. Definitely looking plain. And this is the part about the Booker one too. By it looking so plain, it's like y'all gonna give us a plain shoe but charge 150. They coming out the gate at 150. So anyone that has special colorways or materials or dare I say a collab with the Booker one, they're gonna be 160, 175. That's crazy. Pooty, what it do? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping through. Happy holidays to you too, man. Let me know in the poll in the chat if you picked up the 11s or not. We're gonna revisit that. Let me see what the poll said right now. 71% so far on the main channel saying that they did not scoop them up. So no is still leading the charge. More people not scooping them up than people did pick them up. Definitely a dope shoe though. Okay, let me go ahead and do this. There we go. Definitely a dope shoe though. I'm not gonna lie. Overall value of the shoe, for people, I think they're dope. But resale's not too crazy on them right now, and I feel like that might change more for the worse than the better. But that remains to be seen. And I'm only speaking on resale purposes for people trying to get them later on. If you hit up some outlets, you have a good chance of seeing them there too, bro. As soon as Monday, Tuesday, because people will buy them for returns if they can't get what they want for them. You know what I mean? I already have 2 pair of the Concord Space Jams. My favorite 11. Yeah, 11s, 12s, and 13s is top 3 for me as well, as far as silhouettes from the Jordans. Like I said, out of the Jordan shoes that dropped, they're already up to what, 28. But a lot of people count up to the 15, 14, 15. And even up to the 15, they still had at least 10 pair that were bangers. So, LeBron with his 5 at 19, that's crazy. Imagine going 5 for 19 with your shoes, bro. But it is what it is. Hugo, what's good? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? What is popping? Let me get into this little video real quick. We're gonna check this out. For those of you guys out there, I'm pretty sure you guys, if you guys are into the internet stuff at all and seeing stuff, you guys know who Charleston White is. Love him, hate him. I don't know. People got mixed feelings about the guy, but I did see this today and I wanted to talk about it briefly, or at least show it and see what y'all think. He had a show somewhere. He has a problem. He talks to a lot of people crazy because he never get caught slipping. You know what I'm saying? But apparently at a show he got caught slipping. So let's see what happened real quick. Let's see what happened. Pull out some money, nigga. I hit you on your goddamn head. Puss ass, nigga. Hit you on your goddamn head. He got a chair. Oh. He's clowning. I don't know how the shoe went left. Because I don't know him to be a comedian. Maybe he is. I'm not familiar with him being a comedian, but maybe he is.
You're feeling horny, and your ass hit you. I hit you on your goddamn head, nigga. Pull out some money, nigga. I hit you on your goddamn head. Puss ass, nigga. Hit you on your goddamn head. I don't know what he thought was gonna happen when he did that. I don't know what he thought was gonna happen. You throwing something at people in the crowd, you think they're just gonna sit there and take that like Diddy? I don't think so. But apparently he thought it was all good. Then he hit the dude with the microphone. Then he hit the guy with the microphone. Microphones be hurting. That's low-key a little weapon. Certain microphones are heavy, got some weight to them, like metal. You got to be careful with the microphone. So that's why he tried to make sure he got a hit off with that microphone. He picked up a chair. He trying to defend himself. He ain't got too much to use. Yeah. You see? But things is happening everywhere nowadays, bro. All kinds of events, something gonna pop off, man. Something's gonna pop off, man. Yeah.
He's high on the internet attention. You right about that. You right about that, bro. You right about that. I think that was, you know, I don't even know how I got to that point, but he talk about it afterwards and say, I mean, he looked kind of swelled up a little bit.
We nigga no security, no nothing. Just 2, 3 niggas. We beat up the whole city. Yeah, we beat up the whole motherfucking city. 3 niggas, no security.
He looked kind of lumped up though a little bit. I mean, the thing about bruises and lumps, I mean, they pop up there, and after you kind of soak it in a little bit, you can feel good enough to come here and talk shit to people after you got beat up in front of everybody.
Mob ties got that pussy, nigga. Nigga talking that shit, nigga.
Mob ties, was he doing this in Houston? Mob ties is behind takeoff situation, man. They don't, and somebody else before that. Like,
we got the bag. Yeah. We got the bag, y'all. Bitch ass nigga.
what's so crazy in this world, man, is how people that's what people go to, man. No matter what, people go to the money. They always go to their money. I got my ass beat, but I got the bag though. I got the bag. Yeah, I got the bag. I got beat up, but I got the bag though. Y'all mad and y'all beat me up because I got more money than y'all. Like, that's what people use in this world, man. Shout out to Wu-Tang, Cash rules everything around me, but at the same time, like, really though, that's all y'all got? That's all you got to say? Is I got the bag. Everybody has the bag. They making too many bags. That's why the economy's whatever, bro. They print too much money. So, like, that's not it, bro. That's crazy. Really? Yeah, these numbers are getting ridiculous, bro. These numbers for these contracts is getting crazy. I say ridiculous, not in like I'm hating way. Just the numbers that's happening right now is astronomical, bro. It's crazy what these players, soccer, baseball, um, basketball. These contracts are amazingly high. It's like, why they so much, But there are more money. There's more money involved. You know what's crazy about the fact, out of all the professions from these main sports, I feel like football gets done the worst. Football is like my secondary favorite sport. It was, to watch. I enjoy watching football, but football go out there and do the most recklessness to their bodies and have the most post career like traumas and things of that nature, and they arguably get paid the least. I mean, they don't even have guaranteed contracts. This player signed for 110 million, but 40 million is guaranteed. What? 50 million is guaranteed. NBA signed for 120 million, get 120 million. Regardless of what, unless you do something to break the contract, but you have a players union where they try to still get you your money. It's crazy that all these players out here, the soccer players, the baseball players, no disrespect to baseball players, but bro, I mean, I'm just gonna say this: like, baseball players, there's some players on the field that have guts, and they're considered top athletes. Like, you guys got guts and shit, y'all. What? The only player in the NBA that got a gut is maybe Zion, but he's still doing what he's doing. It's crazy to see baseball players in some of the shape that they're in, and they're getting paid. Like, it's crazy, bro. But like I said, man, everybody, it's no hate. I just always thought that was funny. Maybe it's changed because I don't watch baseball. Maybe that's not the case no more. But seeing some people have a little pop belly here or there and it's gonna sound like hate. It's just wild to me, bro. That is wild to me. That is crazy. And in football, you have a running back whose career is about 5 years. They say average running back has a 5-year span of being top notch and everything. Like, You got a 5-year window to really, really, unless you're like exceptional or really good shape and this and that. Craig, what it do? Shout out to you, man. How you doing? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, bro. But yeah, that is crazy. That is unbelievable. I keep wanting to sneeze, but it's not like coming out. I think that is so funny. Very nice cop, bro. So you're one person who do like the 11. Definitely nice shoe. I'm glad you were able to scoop it up for yourself, bro, in your size. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's it. Always amazed me when it came to these professional sports contracts that the NFL was getting so jerked with theirs, man. Player signs for 65 million and 20s guaranteed. Like, what are you saying to me, bro? What are you saying? And then in the next week, the NBA player gets signed for 119 million for 4 years, 5 years, guaranteed. Like, what? Westbrook right now is on a low end, making 8 million a year when he has all he does for his career. But he's just in his that's 8 million. You know what I'm saying? That's low because he's a vet and all this stuff. But like his other contracts, nowhere near 8 million a year or whatever. Like what? 30, 40 million a year these guys were making. That's crazy. And if I feel you, Pootie, that makes sense, bro. That is some stuff right there, man. That to see what they go through with their bodies every play, like an accident every single play, every play. Ain't no play you get tackled. It's not like an accident going to your body. It's just a small accident to a big accident, you know? And we want to see them hit each other like crazy and crack them coming over the middle. And the running backs got to dip their head and truck people, you know? When you see it happen, people celebrate it. And it is dope when you see a running back moving, boom, knock a defender over and run through him. You know what I mean? But imagine what it does to your body, bro. That's amazing, man. And I feel like NFL players got the bad end of the stick when it comes to like across the board. Shout out to the sport, but like their pay was lower than everybody else's, and then they wear helmets, so you don't even know. Like you could be me, not everybody, but I could be in an elevator with let me see who. Let me see. I could see Donald from the Rams and guess like, is that Donald or not? I could be in an elevator and be next to Tyreek Hill and wouldn't know it unless he had the chains on. I don't really know what Tyreek Hill looks like. I know the name. I know he's a good player, but if I wouldn't know him right off the bat. Tom Brady commercial, Dak commercial, Jalen Hurts. I mean, I think I would be like, oh, I think that's Hurts. I think that's him. Like NFL's you that's why they be so boisterous when they do go out. So they somebody. Cause like if you don't watch the game and know the team like that, you won't know the players. You won't recognize them because they got helmets on like 90% of the time you see them play. I think that is crazy. And then to go to the NBA, right? When it comes to this in season tournament, it's almost laughable to me because I'm like, they talking about 500,000. These guys want that extra 500,000. And LeBron made sense, and it's true. Like I thought of it before LeBron said it, but I'm glad he said it on a national stage. Like some of the rooks and first and second year guys, that 500,000 helps them out tremendously. But people like LeBron and AD and maybe even Cam Reddish and like Austin Reeves and you know 500,000 extra. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's extra money, but like that's nothing to them compared to what they already make. I really feel like that's just a selling point for the league to make the fans feel like players really want to be into it because they want this extra 500,000 when they make. That's a game check for some people. Like what? Who y'all trying to trick? But I guess for the younger players, which the Lakers have a couple younger players, Max Christie's and stuff like that, that extra 500 can help them out a lot. But I think that's crazy compared to what some of their contracts really are, bro. That's a game check. You know, if you go to rather baseball, basketball players like LeBron would command 50 mil a year. Yep. Yeah, for what they bring to the franchises, absolutely. But why don't that happen to football players? Some of those guys really bring it to the team, and they still don't get nowhere near what the other sports do. Some of the ones they want to put out there, they'll do it. QBs like Patrick Mahomes get a super major check. He's a household name. State Farm commercials. All these other things to really make it seem like yeah, come here and do this too. You can get this, but no, that's only for quarterbacks. I don't know no defensive player who got paid like he did. Maybe in the past, but even not in the past because he's got one of the biggest contracts ever. I don't remember hearing a football defensive player getting paid some offensive player type numbers. And defense puts in a lot of work too, physical work. They're the ones who got to cause the accident every game. The offensive guys got to prevent the accident, and the defenders have to cause the accident. So they definitely putting themselves through a lot more. Personally, didn't like the in-season tournament. The floors was horrible. A lot of people were saying that too. A lot of people didn't like the whole thing about it. And I don't know if you guys heard, Adam Silver is going to be switching it up when it comes to the colorways or the courts for the finals. No longer will it just have just the trophy in the middle. So now, because of this in-season tournament, and now he's going to get color happy with the courts. I want to see what that looks like. Hopefully they don't water it down. It would be dope if they could just do something different, but like not extra. You know, you know. In-season tournament was nice to see competitiveness. Yeah, because there's a point to that. Some people are saying, yeah, it adds more entertainment, more points, or more competitiveness to it. Something to keep. Let's be real. The in-season tournament in the NBA was for the fans because the viewership during this time of the regular season is not up like it is after All-Star weekend, and definitely not during the playoffs. So they need to make up something to have more people come in and watching the games because viewership was down. Plus, the NBA has a television contract renegotiations coming up soon. I think either not, if it's not next year, it's the year after that. So this in-season tournament definitely will draw more eyes, so they can get that bigger contract with the TV. It's all business. It was more so about business than want to give y'all more competition. It was like about the bottom dollar. It wasn't like they really cared for the fans, but they need the fans viewership in a sense. You know, um, it is what it is. Mixed feelings on it, and nothing can be done about it. It's here, looking like it's going to be here to stay because the games were pretty intense, or you know, it was pretty intense and more intriguing, and you had players really trying to go after it. So, it makes sense for what they're doing, but it's more about the bottom line for the league than trying to give the fans something better. They label it as that, but it's really about their bottom line, bro. Yeah, they need people to pay attention for the bottom line, bro. Yeah, I don't buy it's for the fan stuff either. You're right about that, bro. It's definitely for the purpose of that TV deal they about to get. And yeah, the Vegas they will have a Vegas team in the NBA, an expansion team. And apparently I just seen something. Let me see if I can find it. I just seen something that Mark Cuban did something, made some type of move um, to remove the block that there was, because apparently there was a block. Um, there was a blockage in LeBron being able to purchase or be the owner of the team in Vegas. But Mark Cuban did something to help the chances or eliminate whatever issue he was going to have. I was looking for the tweet because I thought I retweeted it or something, but I didn't do it yet. I didn't do it. So there that goes. Um, but yeah, Sanders for the fans, I don't believe it, but it did offer some more games that was enjoyable to watch. I'm not mad at it, you know. Damn, old boy signed for 700 million. 700 million. 700 million. What the fuck? Dude was almost made a billionaire just that. I mean, they just made him a billionaire, to be honest with you. because with his endorsements in the States and abroad, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. What the hell? You weren't lying. You were not lying about that. LeBron James hurdle for bringing an expansion team to Las Vegas remove. Oh, the hurdle. Yeah, the hurdle that LeBron had to becoming the owner of the expansion team in Vegas was helped by Mark Cuban. Maybe this has something to do with Mark Cuban selling some of his stake in the team. So now he still can control the Mavs. Maybe him doing that. Now he'll be involved with the Vegas team, and LeBron can join that too. I don't know. But that's crazy. 700 million. 700 million. 700 million, bro. That's crazy. 700 million. And then he isn't he on he's on a New Balance thing. But I mean, he's gonna have some American endorsements. He's gonna have some endorsements from other countries in his like that's crazy. He's like almost a billionaire. Like, I mean, then he already had money from before. That's crazy, bro. Shout out to Two Chains. I think he's doing well. Apparently, he was in an accident. Drunk driver hit him. That stuff gets crazy, man. People out here partying and stuff and still getting behind the wheel. Yeah, Craig, go Dodgers. Oh, he's leaving Shark Tank too? That's crazy. That's crazy. Mavs owners could outbid LeBron. Yeah, that show was dope, man. I like Shark Tank. I still check it out if I see it on. I used to watch it every time it came on. That's crazy. Uh, uh, uh. That's amazing, bro. Shout out to him. Is it Otani? Is that how you say his name? I don't want to butcher it. That's why I didn't say his name the whole time. Otani. Shout out to Otani for getting a $700 million contract, bro. That's amazing. Baseball brings in that much revenue for real? They really say that's America's or the main spot. I don't, in my opinion, that's not the main one, but I guess overall, maybe that is obviously by the numbers because ain't no NBA player getting signed for 700 million. They just now cracking 200 million with theirs. 700 million is amazing. It's crazy. But yeah, oh, he's like a Wembe Luca. Okay. And it's good he played for the Dodgers, so hopefully he brings some more World Series championships out here. But yeah, Two Chainz was in an accident in Miami after the art or during Art Basel. Drunk driver. Wow. You never know, man. You got to count your blessings while you're out here because you just never know what could happen. That's unfortunate, man. A drunk driver, not even him doing something. Somebody hit him, which is scary. We got more people popping up in real life that's on GTA, and she's not bad at all. She's well, I mean, right there is not a bad picture, but the girl walking in at the time, that was kind of nice. Mm, that's what they
No, Nutty Buddy, you what? Fish from GTA 6. What? Well, this is a fish from GTA 6. Like, for real. That's not. Hey. That's not her. It's not her. Down to the hole. Look at that. That is her. That's Look at her. That. That's her. Yo. Oh. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Can I get a free copy? Can I get a pre-release?
Yeah. Can I get a free copy or free? That's the question. I mean, there's a couple other questions you could ask, But yeah, what's up with an early copy? How can I do that? How can we make that happen, bro? What the hell? He asked the right question. Actually, he asked the right question. Can I get a free copy, or can I get an early release? Something. But see, this looks like it's definitely staged. Obviously, I mean the person recording them and all that stuff. But I mean, they found somebody that looked just like her, just like the girl. And then there's that other dude who they made. Where's it at? Do I have it here? This guy right here, looking like the dude in the trailer. Sorry if I'm lagging.
Motherfucker right there is not real. They said it's me, y'all. New Brazovato. 6, Miami and Broward County. They said it's me. That nigga look like me.
And then there's a dude, the guy who they based the Joker person off of. He came out talking about GTA to pay him because they're using his image and likeness, which is true. I mean, they said it's based off the dude when we did the 99 breakdown, 99 details about the trailer. I reacted to it. They talked about these people that are actually, some of them are real people, and they're doing spoofs of them and putting them in the game. You think these people ain't gonna come out and try to get some bread?
He look like me, y'all.
I mean, that's crazy. Imagine that, bro. Imagine they did that to you. Like you just chilling out, and they over here cloning you in the game without giving you no money for it. Because at the end of the day, it's about the money, right? That is crazy, bro. Shout out to the Lakers once again, winning today. I hope AD understands what's going on here because, you know, one reason why Kyrie was done was because, he felt like in 2016 that he was a big part of why they won, which is facts. But when the game was over with, it was all about LeBron. LeBron, 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 LeBron. LeBron, LeBron, LeBron. LeBron, LeBron, and more LeBron. You know what I mean? And it's kind of happened almost the same thing tonight because, AD balled his ass off today. Shout out to that. You got to give credit where credit is due. AD definitely balled out tonight. But, you know, the MVP of the tournament, it is over all the games. So, I mean, that is a valid point. But for 80 to do 40 and 20, and it just goes to LeBron, it's the LeBron show, some people can have an ego about that and be upset. You know what I'm saying? I will DM you to catch up when we're over in 2 weeks. Yeah, for sure, Craig. Hit me up, bro. Definitely hit me up, bro, for sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, if they're using your likeness, bro, like, I mean, come on, bro. We need some bread. Like, come on, man. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. You're just taking people's likeness and you're not gonna expect them to try to ask for something, you know? You're not. Think that's a wild situation, but it is what it is. Trying to clear off some things. What's gonna happen with Klay Thompson, bro? Is he gonna stay with Golden State or go to another team? If he goes to another team, what team is he going to? What team is he going to? A lot of people saying the Lakers, but who knows if that's true? Oh, we gotta rewind it real quick. Hold up. Or not rewind it, but reload it. Sorry for the lagging. Sorry for the laggy lag. Had to load up something real quick. I think we might be back. Shout out to the Discord too, Energy 810. I appreciate all you guys joining the Discord involving yourself in the Discord. Okay, hold up. Yeah, we lagging a little bit. We will be back in like 1 second. Let this little connection get together. I heard that Zion doesn't want to get in a diet and get in basketball shape, according to people from the Pelicans. I heard that too. And he's back kind of up on his weight again. There's nothing you could do. That's one thing about these NBA guarantee contracts. Once you sign it, they got to give it to you no matter what, unless you do something that breaks the contract. That's why Kelly Oubre is rumored to be lying about what happened to him, because he was doing something that they told him he couldn't do, which is ride those bikes. He rode the bike and got hurt. He tried to say he got hit, but then all these ring cameras, which is crazy. That's just let you know how much they say Big Brother's watching. They saw Kelly Oubre go from where he said the accident happened all the way back to his house, because they had cameras from the Teslas around. They had people's ring cameras, his ring camera. Like, that's how you know you're always being watched. There's always a camera somewhere that could find out something, because that's what they're for. And then you got hackers that can tap into your ring cameras and stuff like that too, which is a wild thing too. Like, this whole 2023 AI cyber stuff is getting crazy out here. And for Kelly Oubre to say what he did, and then them having cameras of him in the accident area where he said it happened, him going with his bike, walking home, passing up Teslas and different cars with cameras, like that's just ridiculous, bro. And with the Zion Williams thing, man, maybe he just don't want to be in New Orleans no more. I don't get it. But then maybe he's just happy. He got so much money from the Jordan endorsement, his NBA endorsement. He's just out here messing with the big booty girls, and he's cool, you know, eating the good food out there, and he's cool. He's like, I could do enough to be cool, and that's it. Like, whatever. Like, I'm here. Like, is he to the point where he don't care now too? Maybe he's doing what I said other people did. Like, we talked about it before. Somebody said that Kawhi doesn't seem interested. I'm like, maybe he knows what's going on behind the curtain, so he don't really care as much as you would think he would. Maybe Zion's seen or heard something that he knows that he's not cool with. That it's like, oh, that's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna do this too. Like, because if you're out here busting your tail trying to make things happen, trying to do this and that, but then that it's not set up for you to do, as all these things are starting to come out about the referees. You got Rasheed Wallace, all players going on podcasts talking about the realness of the game and how it's not really what it seems. It's all about your M's and M's, your millions in memories, because you can't control what happens in the game. People start to realize that and see what's behind the curtain, which is a reference to what, the Wizard of Oz, when they found out that the Oz was just a random old dude behind a curtain with a microphone and a voice to make him sound so crazy. Once that's revealed to you after trying to get somewhere and get to a situation, and you see what this is, it's like, why do I have to keep going hard? I already got my money, I'm paid. Let me just do enough to get by and I'm good. Some people are cool with settling for stuff like that, man. And yeah, Zion, that's a good point. He wants to leave and he's using the hardened negotiations, just coming out of shape and stuff like that. Go to another team, come back in tip top shape. But the thing is, he doesn't realize that that's hurting him too physically, because going so up and down with your body, for one, it's not good on your joints and your muscles and stuff like that you use. But it's just not healthy for your body to do your weight like that. But I mean, then again, he does have access to the top of that field to make sure you're good. So maybe there's something he don't know that we know. I mean, something that we don't know that he know. But that'd be my suggestion. Maybe he's seen behind the curtain and realized, yeah, you know, didn't buy them John Wall have off-field injuries. Probably so, man. Bynum, man. Shout out to Bynum, bro. Oh, he did. He did. He did. I forgot what it was. I don't know if John Walls was, but I know Jason Williams, the Jason Williams that went to Duke, he had a motorcycle accident, dead in his career, but he couldn't come back from it. I think he tried to come back, but it was just too late because it was off for too long, and then kind of just went by the wayside. Bynum, I forgot what his was too. Maybe it was a moped or a motorcycle, four-wheeler, something like that. But Bynum, Andrew Bynum, I don't think gets enough credit when it comes to the history of like big man, especially playing for the Lakers and just in general. He was a big part of them winning rings when he played for them. It wasn't like it was just Kobe and Gasol. Bynum was a big factor too. Bynum was slept on. Then I guess he had an attitude with things. Maybe he's seen behind. I don't ever think people just go crazy or just go rogue in the NBA. I think there's, especially with more of this information being revealed about things behind the scenes. Like there's some people who are just not going to go for that stuff and not going to be cool with it. Like, so I could bust my tail and do all this stuff, and it's still not going to be us for us to win because we're not the more popular team, and it's not going to bring the NBA money. The thing that EJ or what's the guy's name? Iguodala and Evan Turner said on the podcast about having to win game 7 really by 15 in order to win just by 1, because the Sixers being in the finals or the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Miami Heat wouldn't make the NBA no money like it would if it was Indiana or whoever else it was. Like that's crazy. That's how you know it's more of a business. It's entertainment sports. It's sports entertainment. There used to be a line between WWF or WWE and everybody else, but they're all aligned, bro. And there's just so many ways of, it's not even me being a conspiracy, nothing or anything. These players are coming out saying it themselves. So that's just wild, bro. Yeah. Yep. Got the bag and a championship. And he said he was out after dealing with whatever. Like, because when he came back with major attitude, didn't care about nothing, went to Philly, didn't care, sat on the bench, and then got out the league. I'm sure they stretched out his contract after he was done playing, so he still got paid years after, because that's what they do when you're done. You don't necessarily get your money in chunks no more, which is the smart way. They spread it out over how many years. You got people who 10 years, 11 years out the league still getting NBA checks because of their contract, which is it's crazy but dope. You know what I mean? Doesn't even like basketball. He probably somebody who didn't really like basketball but was good at it. Then he seen a little something, got a little spark, because when he played for the Lakers, he cared. It seemed like he cared, but then he might have seen something else that was just like whatever, and just like, yeah, I really don't care about this anyway, man. I'm out. You know? Yeah, Cleveland, and he played in. I think he went to play in Cleveland and Philly or something like that. So it's just interesting when that thing happened. But one player that did stay engaged and cared to stay engaged, even though he probably seen behind the curtain, he probably seen all the curtains, is LeBron James. LeBron James. LeBron James. Look at this. Look at this. For all the people who like to hate on LeBron James, best players year by year, bruh. Ever since he took it over from Kobe in '08, it was done. It was done for Kobe. It was LeBron. KD snuck in there real quick. LeBron, Curry, KD, LeBron, Kawhi. They gave Kawhi that because that one Raptors year that was kind of bull. LeBron. I mean, these are statistical things, and what makes it sense. It's not like just somebody's, well, maybe it's somebody's opinion, but they're backing it up with facts. They're backing it up with stats. You know, LeBron had the crown basically because what, one, two, three, 4, 5, now 6 years out of 21 years he wasn't the best player. And another thing, one thing I'll say, because I'm not going to try to go on this tangent about LeBron and Jordan, because Jordan is Jordan. Without Jordan, there would be none of these other guys, right? But the one thing that I will say, hold up, I gotta go to the bathroom. My bad. I'm gonna try to see if I can hold my point too. But let me see. Damn. I'm gonna just leave this there right there. 1 second. All right. Some people will like this, some people won't. It is what it is. But the argument that I have about that, right, when it comes to LeBron and Jordan, right? Jordan 6 for 6, blah blah blah. All the things he won. I understand it. I'm not at all. I'm not making or declaring my side of it. But one thing that I will say is, when people talk about the stats for some of the players in the league, some of the greats, Kareem's or not Kareem's, but like Wilt's, Elgin Baylor's. One thing that they would mention is like, oh, a joke. Oh, they did it when they was playing against these type of players, though. Nobody could stand up to that, right? Oh, they were playing against these guys. They couldn't match up to what these guys were because they were the anomaly. They were different than anybody else ever seen. Um, there's that same element for Jordan when he was at his heyday, saving the league because a lot of players that played were like, drugs was big in the league back then. A lot of these guys was the first generation players that Jordan came and dominated, and he just was head and shoulders over everybody then. And everybody likes Jordan because he set the bar. We never seen nothing like him before that. He just was head and shoulders because he was something different. So we get it, 6 for 6, all that stuff, right? Great. He's doing this in a league of his own in a sense where there's nobody close. There's nobody really even close. I think the closest to him was Clyde Drexler. But Jordan said Clyde was as good as me, but he didn't want to play the game, whatever that meant. So Jordan did what he did in his era, being the top. And he was in the NBA with a lot of top guys. But the argument that I have for LeBron is that he's doing it against better competition. All the spring offs of the Birds and Stocktons and Drexlers and Barkleys and Malones and Robinsons and Magic and Ewing and all those guys on that dream team, the people who spawn from them, the generations get better. They don't get worse in skill. They get better in skill. So for LeBron to do his dominance against a better class of players, more skilled, taller, bigger, stronger, that says something in itself. And I just showed you his dominance over all of that, over really good talent, though. Not like when you had the Bulls dominance, there was probably one or two other teams that could kind of run with them. And that was it. It was no, and that was on the East. So there was no like, oh, the West is so dominant. That wasn't even a factor yet. LeBron's doing it against these new generational players that would smoke a lot of those old players' boots. That's a big ass difference. Jordan never played against a Golden State type of team. Never. 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 So of course he's gonna go 6 for 6 against Karl Malone and John Stockton pick and roll. That's all they got. When Jordan and himself on his team, he didn't play against the super best players. He had a majority of them on his team. There was nobody like Pippen in the league at that time. Like Miller, like go down the list of his teammates. Pippen, no. Kukoc, the Jordan from where he was from, no, there was no other foreign players like that. Now you got Lucas and Dirks and Jokers and all these other players that are the evolution of the skill is a much different gap. So it makes it harder to dominate when you got that many situations. That's a fact. And the 6 for 6 was Jordan's team beating up on these other teams. It wasn't Jordan by himself 5-on-1. Like, think about it. The teams that Jordan went his three-peats against. Let any one of those teams could not do what they did in this NBA. Like, you go against Seattle, they had, what was their scores? Deadlift Shrimp. Gary Payton was cool on defense. That's it. They didn't have a lot of scoring. They had Deadlift Shrimp for offense, Gary Payton for offense, and Sean Kemp. And Sean Kemp was like inside, not a spread three or a 7 foot 6'10" shooting threes. Like, let me know the teams that match up that beat LeBron that couldn't beat teams when Jordan played. The Spurs, especially when LeBron was a rook or second year, he went up against that Spurs team. What are you talking about? Yeah, he got swept, but what are you talking about? His team was weak. Went up against Golden State, arguably the best shooter ever played a game, right? That's what a lot of people saying. Curry, the best shooter we ever seen. And then he goes against those teams handicapped because Kyrie got hurt and Kevin Love got hurt. Like there's this stuff makes sense to me. Like he did it against he's going up against harder competition. There's never been a team that Jordan played against that he beat that was like the Warriors. Even when Jordan beat the Lakers, Showtime Lakers, that was at the tail end of those guys' careers. Are you serious? So I mean, there's just a lot of that I factor in. It's about the competition level. There was no KDs. There was none of that. No Currys. No. Who else did he lose to? He lost to Golden State a bunch of times because that's you guys know what it is. They lost the first time because Curry and what's name got hurt. I mean, Kyrie and what's name got hurt. They went back the next time and won a 3-0. And then it's like, oh, we're about to or come back from 3-1. And they're like, oh, we're not gonna be able to beat this team next year. Come on, Durant. Another all-world team or all-world player joining the team to make this big monster. Of course, that's why he wasn't gonna beat up on Golden State. He going against that team handicap, if you want to call it that. So I think that really that right there for me uh uh shows a lot more. And people would just be stuck on Jordan because that's what we grew up seeing that. Yeah, I get it. I'm not saying either or right now, but I'm just saying on the argument for Bron, like he doing it against some whole other shit. And because it's a team sport, right? Like how many players in their career went to the NBA finals as many times as LeBron did? Regardless if he didn't win them all or not, you can't win them all. Hmm. I don't know, man. That's just what I think about it. I think that shit's hilarious. And when people try to play it like that, they don't factor in them other things. Houston, shout out to Houston, but they didn't play against Jordan. I would like to see Jordan against Hakeem and them in that Rockets team. That would have made some sense. They would finally have some unbalancedness there where the Chicago Bulls had no center and Houston had Hakeem. We never seen that lopsided matchup. Anytime the matchup was there, it was even. Pippen could guard somebody, Jordan could guard somebody, and then that team was null and void because they had nobody else to rely on. Come on, bro. It's like nostalgia feel versus reality and facts. Nostalgia and the feeling you had coming up versus reality and facts. Who had a harder road, more harder teams to go through? When you have a team that you're going against that has one or two options in the playoffs and you got 4 or 5 options in the playoffs, that means because your team is better. Ron Harper was a stud, an all-star. Kukoc, a stud, an all-star. Pippen, same thing with there. Of course, they added Rodman to like you guys don't add that in there. They just say that Jordan did it all by himself. It's just Jordan. No, bro, it's a 5-on-5 game. There's other elements to it. There's other elements to it. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's the beautiful thing about it because it's up for debate. There's no definite. Some people will say 6 rings and say that's definite. But factor into the other things. Who was on Jordan's teams compared to who was on the other teams? You got the Indiana Pacers. All they had was Reggie Miller who could score for them. Mark Jackson was okay, but he was more of the assist man set up. They had more traditional guys. A point guard was a point guard. The 2 guards shot most of the shots, or the 4 if you had somebody who was in those positions who could score. But it wasn't like these teams had options. There's never been a team that had 3, 4 options on the team. Golden State. What? He went against was it Seattle? Who did he go against? I can't remember who Jordan beat in the finals. I know it was Seattle. Was it once or twice? The Lakers on the tail end of their Kareem and all that stuff, the tail end of that. It's like the old guys going against the new. That's gonna happen. Seattle's team was cool on paper, but it was just Sean Kemp and Gary Payton lobs. That's it. That wasn't gonna suffice. They couldn't shoot threes like that. Their 2 guards wasn't elite like that. They didn't have no Klay Thompson back then. Reggie Miller on the Pacers is Reggie Miller on the Pacers, running off screens because Dale Davis and Anthony Davis, Antonio Davis, or was it the Davis brothers? None of them niggas could score. They was just down there banging up, trying to foul and maybe get rebounds and set screens for Reggie. Rick Smith, are you serious? Come on. Go to the Jazz. They had Stockton Malone, pick and roll. That's it. No Antoine Carr. Hornacek was cool, but that wasn't a solid third option. He wasn't averaging 20 plus. Go down the stats of what that Golden State Warrior team averaged in times LeBron played against them. Nobody had those to go up against those type of things. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying. And then you got the dominance like this, man. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Magic Worthy, Drexler, Kevin Johnson, the glove, Kemp, Stockton, and Malone. The best team out of those teams that he, in my opinion, I think he beat was that Phoenix team with Barkley, KJ, Danny Manning, Dan Marley. They had an offensive situation there. They did. They definitely did. That was probably the best team that Jordan beat in those finals, in my opinion. That Lakers team was cool, but it was towards the tail end of what they had going on as far as with their nucleus. Yeah, and because of this point right here, it goes into my point. Jordan will be it no matter what, even LeBron won 7, because it's the nostalgia, the feel, knowing that from coming up, the shoes, everything about Jordan was just really captivating. And it's like nothing we ever seen before, you know, jumping higher than everybody, being a better defender because he's more athletic than everybody. It just makes sense. It made sense. And I totally get it. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying though, when they try to like make it seem like there's absolutely no way in hell or no comparison to it, I think that's not a way to look at it, bro. Bad Boys was a tough team too, but who was their scorers? Because you got to put the ball in the basket. You can't just clothesline people on defense and talk about you playing defense. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Nostalgia. That's nostalgia makes you the goat. You know that's because you got to go about the facts and who these guys, and the game only gets better. That's what I'm saying, to do it in a better time against harder competition. There was no KDs around. There was definitely no Currys around. There was definitely no KDs for sure. Definitely no 7 foot. They had a 7 footer. They did have, you know what? They had a 7 footer in the league when Jordan was playing. They had a 7 footer in the league that could shoot threes. Y'all remember Sam Perkins? Oh, he could hit a couple threes, but he was not mobile at all. He was very stationary, spot up threes, but he could hit them though. Let me know. Let me know. And all the best players, they went and scooped them up on their team. Oh, we got Kukoc. Oh, let's get him. The Jordan from over there. Let's scoop him up. Ron Harper was a problem. And then he went to the Bulls and just settled in for his role and became the perfect fit as a guard. People didn't know about Ron Harper before, when he was with the Cavs, how he was a dominant scorer, averaging like 20 something points, maybe even a 30 ball, but he was averaging high 20s. They scooped him on up. Anybody Jordan would have a problem, let's scoop him on up. Rodman out here, best defender, rebounder. Okay, you could do the dirty work. We got Rodman now. Who's better than Rodman at that time doing what Rodman did? When Stockton and Malone was doing their thing, which is just the 1-2 punch, you take one of them out, Stockton ain't gonna kill you. So you take out Malone, you got Rodman over here antagonizing. Who's gonna back up after that? Antoine Carr. I keep saying that because I remember him with the goggles. He wasn't gonna do nothing. And Hornacek, you think he was going to score a bucket on Jordan? Hornacek probably wasn't even guarded by Jordan. It was probably Ron Harper who guarded him, and Jordan probably was on Stockton, who was just going to look to pick and roll and pass, not go get 30 himself. Bro, like it's just funny, man. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. The Knicks, they had I love the Knicks. I used to love the Knicks. I love the Knicks defensive chant, the organs. It's very nostalgia and dope when I see a Knicks game and they're doing well and you got the crowd saying defense when it's that whole little that's classic basketball right there. But Derek Harper was Derek Harper was a point guard that used to back the ball down full court, back it up though, like back. Like he didn't dribble up in front. He had to back because his offensive game wasn't like that. You don't have no point guards ever backing the ball down full court now. That's not happening. They had John Starks as their scorer, their main 2 guard to come off the screens and score. And then Patrick Ewing, who was like almost a one-trick pony. I love Ewing. Shout out to Ewing. But he was kind of a one-trick pony. Who else did they have after that to score for them? Anthony Mason wasn't a scorer like that. He was just a known player who could do some things. RP to Anthony Mason because he's, a New York legend. But like, go down the line. These teams now have 2, 3, 4 options in LeBron's era. But it's just a battle of eras, and you just go on to it, man. I'm just saying, bro. It's just what I think. It's just hilarious how they just try to knock it off and don't acknowledge them actual factual facts, bro. Orlando, like who like this teams that he beat? How do any of those teams add up to teams playing now? Stockton and Malone would not be able to hang right now with that same squad in their prime against teams in their prime now. No. Seattle in their prime with teams in their prime now. No, I love Sean Kemp, the Rain Man, and everything, but no, bro, that wasn't enough for the stacked chips that they had there. We can go through the roster. Jordan and them had at least 4 to 5 players every season that could be effective on offense. Some of them went there to dumb down their game just to fit the role of the triangle and Jordan. And that's how they locked it up, bro. So they get mad at LeBron for doing the click up shit. But like that was done in other ways. That Jordan bringing Kukoc, bringing Harper, that's clicking up, but him just staying there and they coming to him because there was nobody better than the Bulls. So who wouldn't want to go to Chicago and play with Jordan? People got more options now, man. That's all I'm gonna say about that. What? Huh? Let me see. I'm just saying, man. Shout out to MJ, the GOAT, the GOAT, however you want to look at it. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. That's just an opinion. We're gonna talk about that more later whenever we want to do it, And y'all can keep talking about it. We can keep talking about it too. I just don't want to have this whole show. Okay, what we doing? Okay. We're not gonna go to that right now. But let me get to the Discord real quick. Shout out to everybody in the Discord. I appreciate y'all being here. Hit the like button on the stream if you haven't done so. Shout out to everybody watching whatever platform you're watching me on, YouTube or Twitch. I do appreciate that. We're trying to grow up the numbers over there on Twitch. So shout out to all of you guys for that. Why are they doing that? Thank you. All right. LeBron has 2 moves. I think one thing about LeBron, and when it comes to moves, I say to myself, LeBron does not have a bag, as they say. his little dribble stuff. He not shaking nobody with that stuff, bro. KD got Yankums. KD definitely probably has more of a dribble bag than LeBron, but LeBron gets to a spot doing what he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got bigs chucking threes. It's just, and that's my part about the evolution of the players. The players got better. The players got better in the league, and LeBron went against that and dominated as many years as he did against better competition. It comes down to the competition. It's not the players themselves because they're both great, but it's about who they do them against. And Jordan did it at the highest point against the level of competition he had. And of course he's supposed to do that when there's nobody else better than you. Nobody else can even come close as far as to you and your team. Your number 2 could have went somewhere else and did stuff and led a team. Pippen, whatever you guys want to say about Pippen arguably, well, at the time when they were playing, they was 1 and 2 on the best team, 1 and 2 in the league on the same team. Nobody wants to acknowledge that though. They just want to say Jordan. But he had Pippen, which was the best second best player in the league then. A two-way player, 6'7", locking up people on defense and scoring 30 balls, 25 balls. What? Come on, bro. That stuff counts for something, bro. That stuff means a lot. Are you crazy? You crazy? So we did hit up some stores, not the retail stores, but I did hit up some outlets that content's coming out. Oh shit, it's 2:00. Shit. I'm still rocking though. I gotta put some finishing touches on the video for tomorrow morning, but we're gonna make it happen. Went by the Adidas outlet. They had 60% store wide there on a lot of shoes. Some shoes were 50% off. Most of the shoes were 50% off. I think maybe 60% off on like some clothing items, I guess. When you go to a Adidas store, you see some of the same things. The Boost 200 with 50% off, 200 190 with 50% off. They had the crazy ones 150 take 50% off of that. So they definitely had some strong deals when it came to Adidas. I definitely put that video out today, actually, on Bosco Mitchell. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out. Then we got over to Nike, and you know, as of late, I've been talking about how some of the deals have been better at the retail stores than the outlets. Maybe not so much now. I mean, it really depends on the shoe, I guess. But my stance on it still remains that the outlets do have good deals, but it's always a kind of few far in between as far as finding your exact size. When you go to the retail stores, you can find some of the things on sale and get your size because most of the time they have full size runs available of the shoes at the stores, as you guys have seen in my videos. Jordan Retros marked down, but they have a full size run. If you have coupons, you can apply them at these JD Sports and Foot Lockers and stuff. So there's ways for you to get stuff cheaper at the Foot Lockers and things in your size than you could at an outlet. Because I did come across a lot of heat here, a lot of shoes that are in the stores that maybe not even marked down right now. Like the Jordan 1 Reimagines, as we know, are sitting everywhere. But even in the retail stores now, like Foot Locker and Champs, they're still being priced full price at 180. The outlet has had them still full price at 180, but you have a 30% off markdown if it's on the back wall. So that right there feels like it got you, the better deal will be at the outlets. However, finding your exact size is not a guarantee unless you move around to more and more stores and that. So we did come across some solid finds here. These are normally 150 down to 39.97 with the additional 30% off. So that's a steal. I haven't seen this price on a shoe um at the retail stores. 30% off on the Royal Reimagine, still priced at 180 though. I think this was a size 10 in hand, so I'm a 13. That doesn't apply to me, but if you're a size 10, that works for you. That's what I mean by not being might be able to see the shoe, but not necessarily in your size. I remember when I was going to the outlets before, people would tell me like, "Oh, there's not really not really. It's usually dry. It's usually dead." And they say that because they're not finding the heat in their size. They might see it in other sizes, but not their size, which then made the outlet dead to them because they couldn't find nothing in their size. And that's the point that I'm saying. They're going to have some heat there, but it doesn't guarantee it's going to be in your size. You'll have a better chance when it comes to the apparel because they have more quantities and things available. And they've been having a lot of the apparel 40% off. The stores are not really doing 40% off on the apparel. It might be like up to 25%, maybe 30 on some items. Sometimes they have that 70% off, but it's still tagged originally at the retail price, at least at the outlets. When it comes to the clothing, a lot of the clothing tends to be marked down. Then you get extra discounts off. It used to be like that with the shoes. Sometimes it still is, but most of the time it's not. When I went to this outlet, most of the shoes, like 95% of the shoes, when I picked them up, they were still priced at full retail, but they had that 30% off because it was on the back wall. You know what I mean? Undefeated Air Force Ones. I don't remember the name. I don't remember the size. You guys will see it in the video. Then they did have some stacks of some shoes. They had some Chamrays. These were actually 159. So when I found the Chamrays at JD Sports, they were 160. So you got a little bit cheaper, but these weren't 30% off, so they were still around the same price as I saw them at JD Sports. Have not seen the AJKO for 119 anywhere, so that's actually a better deal for the outlet there. And they got a pretty good size run of them there too. But once again, the Chamrays were there for 160, the same I see them at the retail stores, but the discount didn't apply to that shoe. We did see these, which are popping up at places. I saw them at Foot Locker, or no, Shoe Palace Glendale for, I think it was 139. It was marked down. These are 159 for this Jordan 7 here. Good size run of them also. So I mean, more retros are popping up at the outlets, full size runs as well. A lot of you guys in the Discord have been posting this stuff too, this type of content. This is my first time actually seeing it in hand because I haven't been to the outlets in a minute. But definitely came across some solid things there. The Year sweats, I didn't even know they had this apparel. I didn't know. I wasn't aware. Um, Down to 124. The first price was 175, down to 124 with 40% off from that. That's actually a pretty good come up right there. 40% off of that retail price. Size extra large, and they had other sizes too. One thing that I was surprised at, but you guys have also told me about on the Discord, is the Almamoniers, the 12s have been flooding the outlets. A few different people have posted different outlet locations with these Almamonier 12s. For the most part, they were in smaller sizes or women's sizes. No men's pairs I didn't see. Whenever somebody posted men's pairs, there was like a couple sizes left. But they're still priced at 225, still priced at full retail. In order for these to leave the outlets, they're gonna have to knock the initial price down with 30% off, because they're putting these in there still full retail with 30% off, which is still deterring people from still buying them. So once they mark them down and then have 30% on top, they'll probably leave the outlets a little bit more. But I went to 2 outlets and both of them had a lot of these available. A lot of the white ones and the black ones available. More so the black ones than the white ones, but definitely, definitely, definitely still available. Are we sharing? Yeah, we are. Okay. Zoom Comfort 2 down to $89 with 30% off. That's actually a steal. These are going for, I've been seeing these at Foot Locker on sale for like 110 across the board. A couple Foot Lockers I've seen that had them marked down, had them at 109.99. So at least they got them down to $89 with 30% off. So that's actually better than the retail stores. With sizes available, all up and down, with sizes available for that. GT Cut 2, I've been seeing them as low as 135 or 139, as opposed to 170, 180. You guys can see what they're going for there. Uh, these are starting to pop up around, pop up back around, and they've been gone for a minute. The Brotherhoods, I think these were like 125 with a 30% off. So these, I guess, because they're so much older, actually had a markdown on the retail price point with 30% off on that. So that's one retro. This right here is what we used to seeing before things changed. This was the type of shit we would see that made the outlets point blank period heads over shoulders for everybody else. 125 with 30% off. 145 with 30% off. You know what I mean? Or 40% off. This is what we would like to see a lot more, not this 180 with 30% off. Even though that's still markdowns, still a good price, deduction for you. You know what I mean? But this is what we were trying to see more on retros now. You know what I mean? Hopefully this can kind of roll around a little bit more. Jordan 6 Aquas. This was like a size 10 or 11. Only seen one pair of them. That's what I'm getting to the point of. You only see one-offs. I don't know if I've seen JD. I don't see nobody retail stores yet having these marked down, but it's only a matter of time because I don't see a lot of people buying them for the full retail price point. Hopefully these next coming weeks, we'll see these discounted at the retail stores. You know what I mean? We'll definitely be hunting for that because I do like this shoe a lot. That Jordan 6 Aqua's fire. Mac Attack. I don't recall ever seeing this colorway either. I'm not up to par or up to date with all the Mac Attack colorways that dropped, but this has the suede, the mesh, and satin around the collar and the swoosh. I like that detail. Still retail, but 30% off, as you can see behind it. But I like the detail on this one. Don't recall seeing this one drop with the satin accents on there. Pretty dope. Pretty dope shoe. Just showing how they popping up. Vegeta Tan 7s. This is no surprise. These guys have been at the outlets and at discount stores. We found these at Ross before. In grade school. Some people found them in men's sizes too. I only saw them in grade school sizing though. But you got a strong lineup right there. Retros, still 180 for the Royal Toes. A KD 16 by you, full retail 160 with 30% off. But some solid finds, man. This dunk, the LSU colorway, 89.97, as opposed to what was it? 140 with 30% off. They had sizes available for this too. I think that's a good deal. They need to have all those dunks in there, 89, 79 bucks right now in the retail stores. Some of them they still have them at full retail, which is crazy because ain't nobody buying them. This right here was crazy. Um, I was expecting to see this there. I'm not saying that part was crazy, but the amount that I saw them just in this picture alone, you see one, you got two right there, three right there. I think in this section there was like 8 or 9 pair of these Jordan 1 satin breads, 30% off retail still, but 30% off on the back wall, like 7 to 8 pair. This was a shoe that 2 years ago would not have nowhere near made the outlets, bro. I'm almost convinced that they're taking the page out of what the other shoes like Yeezys and stuff did. Well, Yeezys didn't go to the outlet, but some shoes would be like, if this shoe's here too long, we'll take it out the store and just send it to the outlets. Some shoes that just leave them at the store and let them get marked down till they sell out. But with these satin breads, they was like, nah, we're gonna send them just to the outlets and really try and get them out because we got a lot of pairs. I don't think these were all returns. These were just shoes that they had so many sitting around, which I feel like this next coming week you should see the reimagined ones like that. Because in the previous video I showed you at the Shoe Palace, still having a full size run back there, it's like you can't give those shoes away. I'm on Years once again. The black colorway is heavily overloaded in the outlets. You'll see the white pairs too, but the black pairs are definitely overloading the outlets. Gore-Tex 6 is already popping up too. This is only one pair there on the women's side. I think this was like an 8 or 9, like a 9 or a 10, something like that. It was a bigger size, full retail, but you had 30% off on that. That always is a little bit more enticing, but when it's still full retail, that still kind of holds people back. It's a discount, but not what we're used to. And it's like somebody will scoop it up for this price point. So you can't really wait for some of these shoes to get around going cheaper because you got a lot of people out there who are new to this or going to shop for people and they're still going to buy them. Therefore, they never get marked down even more off that tag. People are so conditioned to think that 30% off is like, oh, 30% off, let's grab it instantly. Until they start to realize later that if you just wait a little more, you'll find it for cheaper a week, 2 weeks later. You don't have to grab it just for this right now because you're seeing that 30% tag. But we have been conditioned because of how that 30%, 40% have hit so well before, because it was usually marked down then that discount, But nowadays it's still full retail with that discount marked down. Then we had the reverse laneys, those 3s, those 5s, and those 12s for women. As you can see, they had sizes available for them too. The only thing that was, let me see. Okay, so 159 from 200. I think these were still full retail, 159 as opposed to 200 or 210 for those. And then these were 129 for the reverse laney, and in the store right now at Foot Lockers I've seen, and Foot Lockers and I think Champs I've seen, maybe just Foot Locker had the reverse lanes for 139, so $10 more than at the outlets. Yeah, man, these are good times to hit up Ross. These are good times to hit up the outlets. You can definitely find some good things there marked down, especially when it comes to like retros and such as I'm showing here. Check out the videos I'm dropping over the next few days. You guys will see some of the other shoes that I did not show here because there were some other really good shoes that you might be interested in that was marked down with this 30% on there. So outlets definitely been on point for me. You guys have definitely been posting some good stuff in the Discord based on regular stuff that you guys have been seeing at Ross and whatnot. Eric, good looking out on sharing this in the Discord too. Air Max 90, 69 bucks on these, 59 on these. I feel like both of these are more for personal consumption. You know what I mean? Maybe you can get some money for these if you try to resell them for like $100, maybe for the Air Max 10 or Air Max Plus. I feel like these were priced too high at $55, but it is a Nike. It is like that new Air Force One. Some people might like this. There might be somebody out there who would like to grab it if you're trying to get it for retail or for resale. Then of course the apparel's just always been on fire. $59 for, oh, I don't say the price down there, or $69. Shout out to Big Dog B, always contributing some good stuff. Pixie also contributing really good stuff. Shout out to We Are Jimmy, definitely dropping some bars in the Discord as well as everybody else, man. And this is the whole point of things too. Like, it's to show people what's out there, to give you an idea to what to what to look for, and what locations, and then also to help people out and save them money, because we got We Are Jimmy right here, who saw both the LeBron witnesses. Both these colorways are dope. 110 plus tax though. He likes these. He says the Lakers go hard. I was able to let him know that if you go to JD Sports, you can find it for like 85 or $80 now, because they were marked down to like 95. It was between 90 and 95. And then when I just went and seen yesterday, they're down to $80 now with the box and everything. Full size run down to $80 on the LeBron Witness 8. On some of the newer colorways and the previous ones like the FaZe Clan and this Laker colorway too. Now these Oswegos, Rico, what's up, man? Shout out to you, newer member to the Discord. Join. He found these Oswegos, which I'd never seen an Oswego sell for nothing crazy, but apparently this one here, the Angel Chin. You guys might know more than I do. More about this guy than I do. But the prices. This is something that, and I'm just speaking from my personal experience, maybe he could get that, but I've seen these type of things happen before, where I find the shoe and look on GOAT and see what these listing them for, 1,000, 2,000, 199, but they'd be like, how long would I have to sit on the shoe for it to sell? Yeah, the shoe's all the way over there. But I got this one Jordan that I found at Burlington a minute ago. It's a women's Jordan. It's like Volt green, and it's like a shiny Volt green. I looked it up. The prices that was going for was crazy, but I've had that shoe for like 2 years now, and it ain't moved yet. And it was something that was priced heavily high like this too, and I got it for like $49, something like that. But I'm still sitting on it, because in my mind I'm like, shit, I should be able to get 500-600 for this. But in actuality, I probably can only get like 100, maybe 120 for it. Nowadays, maybe just 100. And and those are the type of feelings that I don't like. That's that shit I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Where like you see something, it has a price point you could get it for this example. You find an Oswego for $50. You see it's being listed for 1,000 by multiple people, but then I end up selling it for like 150. Mad as hell, like, damn, did I sell it too soon, even though I had it for a year or 6 months? It's still going to stay here collecting dust, or should I try and get this thing off now? Let me show you, because the shoe's not far, so let me just show you. I found these shoes and I was like, man, y'all know about these? This is a rare Jordan 1. It's not like a common one at all. The materials on it and everything is crazy. I found this, like I say, 2 years ago now. If you look it up, it has some people listing them for a crazy amount, close to what we're seeing with the Oswego, and this is a Jordan 1. And I'm still sitting on this motherfucker, man. It's gonna go up it's on my website right now, boscosgoodies.com. This is a size, women's size 6. This is a women's Jordan 6. I mean, a women's Jordan 1 in size 6. Check out my website if you guys are interested in it. I'll lower the price for somebody watching from the channel, because, that's showing support. So if you're interested in it, go ahead and ask. But and this is not something I want to put on Whatnot because they're gonna try to lowball me. I mean, I might put it on Whatnot for what I want for it, which would be like 100 plus. Like, cause I'm not trying to let this go for under that. Um, really not. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the potential of it and what it was listed for. Let me do some math. Let me look it up right now so I can let you guys know what the last listing is on like a goat or like a. I'm gonna look on goat real quick and just see. Because this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. You get something, you see what it could be worth or what it should be worth, but because of everything else, you're trying to get that main price point. Um, you end up selling it for way under. When I look up on the style code is it's AH. I put AM. AH 7389700. So let me see. AH. Yeah, women's Air Jordan 1 High Premium Barley Vote. The last one sold for 375. Last one sold for 375. Y'all can see that. 375. But if you go to the listings, people got them for 400, 300, 310, 400, all of that stuff. But I'm like, when did they sell? Like, how recently did they sell them? How long did they have to hold on to this? Me, I've had it for 2 years. You know what I mean? People sold this last time in 2019 for a pair, another pair 2020. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and with the sneaker game down so much now, it's like, I'm to the point, I just want to get a little more over what I paid for them. But I'm saying, bro, like shit like this is what's so annoying. And then you have people out there who are clowning resellers and mad that resellers are not getting off what they have and all this type of stuff. But I'm not hitting nobody over here for this. This is just something that I should get something for, but because of whatever, I haven't been able to get rid of it. So people want to clown for that and make jokes about it. Now, like I said, I understand about people being upset with those resellers who hit you over the head, crazy pricing and all this stuff. That's different. I understand that gripe or that hate for people who are trying to hit people over the head when they shouldn't. You can't tell nobody how to run a business though, but I understand that logic. Somebody who buys 20 pairs of a shoe to have a majority of a shoe and charging so much over when they could just easily charge this and move it. They're happy, blah, blah, blah. Those type of resellers kill the game, just like the resellers who like to undercut all the time and lower the price to race it to the bottom. It's like those two spectrums, the one trying to be the high and the one that's trying to do it for the low. Like, I understand the low, but we all still gotta make money. If they could all get it together, that's why some platforms that kind of keep you in a margin based off what it recently sold is a good marketplace to do. Fight Club does that. Fight Club is like the only one I know that does that, where they don't let you charge like what you want. Like, you can, from what I remember, because I still kind of involved with it, you got to go based on the sales for it. You can go to high end of it, but you can't, like, if a shoe average is selling for like 220, you can go to like 250, maybe 260, but you can't go to 320. You know what I mean? Because it won't like really allow you to do it. Like, I think you can do it, but they'll send you notifications every day like your thing's priced too high. It's priced too high. Lower your price. You can leave it there, and eventually the market might get back up to you, but you get a bunch of notifications letting you know that you're charging too much for the shoe. I think those type of things actually help the game. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, it's crazy how people are when it comes to this reselling stuff. A lot of people do have bitter hate for the resellers, but you got to understand about these resellers and reselling, because I say resellers as if I'm not one, but I am. I'm just not the same. I feel like there's a difference. I'm not the resellers that went in bulk buy shoes. I just find things to resell them. If I come across a couple, I'll do that, but I'm not a bulk buyer for stock and holding my stuff up high like that. But I do resell, so I am a reseller. But I just think the game is all over the place when it does come to reselling. You got to come with a little bit more strategy, or just simply just lower your prices, which at the end of the day, can hurt, but as long as you can lower it just to at least break even, then I guess you're still good. Reselling is in a regular sense of it is a good job, or has been a good job. You can do that and survive or make money and not have to be out taking chances for stuff, and you can do it a legit way. There's a lot of positives to reselling and being a reseller, and I just think it's crazy when people judge people or talk shit about resellers or whatever because they resell. Like, that's just the market, the land, that's where they figured they were at. Now when you got the new resellers who jump in the game 2020, 2021 because they got the stimmies and stuff like that, those are people just getting into it for the money. But then again, everybody's reselling for the money and making profits and living off of whatever the case is. I always felt like, I could be wrong, but personally, I feel like when people kind of make those things disses towards resellers, I think there's a little envy or a little jealousy in that, because some people were able to resell and not have to have a legit 9 to 5. Reselling was their 9 to 5. Even when you have retail arbitragers who go around to just buy things to just resell, I think there's a luxury in doing that. Some people don't maybe have the gift of gab to do it and do it well. So their first thing is to hate on it. Oh, get a real job. All these damn resellers. Oh, they think I'm tired of hearing people say that these are assets, and they are. At one point, that was the case. I mean, even now, there's still things that do have the markups and do resell. You know what I'm saying? Not everything, because a lot of things are down, but um, it's just I've never been a person that made fun of people when they took losses. I just never did that in anything. I don't think that's appropriate, bro. That's more showing who you are. Gerald, what it do? Welcome to the stream. You know, the resellers, the resellers are putting in work. It's not just like okay, the bots, there's levels to it, and I understand the levels where the hate is at. People who use bots, that's like cheating. I understand that. People who use bots and then hike up the prices, all that stuff is bad for business. And like everything, there's bad apples in every bunch. But people will bunch you all together if you have the resale title. You know what I mean? Which is not fair, but the world is not fair. So what you gonna do about it? The bots, not cool. Uh Backdooring, that's another cheat code form, but I mean that is a part of it. I have indulged in backdooring for myself or with others too, but even then, like, I also help people get shoes. Um, I would backdoor and then help my members out who were paying me a monthly fee to get the shoe for the retail price point. You feel me? Even though I might have had to pay a little on top to get the shoe, but it coincides with them paying me a monthly fee. So it's like a service fee. It's like I'm charging for me putting in the time to do this. You know what I'm saying? There's, like I said, there's a right way to go about it, and a wrong way or unfortunate way. And I understand they'd be like, what about the kid who couldn't get the shoe they wanted to? I get that, right? Kids might want a shoe, they might come into the men's sizes but can't get it because the resellers are buying up their size, and that sucks. It's not fair. But like I just said 3 seconds ago, life isn't fair. You just gotta maneuver with the punches. Floyd Mayweather defense. Roll the punches and counter. Don't just sit there and get hit and knocked out because the reseller knocked you out. You have to find a way around that. One thing that you got to respect about the resellers or retail arbitragers is the footwork and putting in the work for it. Like I said, the bots are cheating. Backdooring is just a smarter way, but some people might consider that cheating. You know, a lot more people might consider that cheating than moving smarter. I feel like it's moving smarter because you don't have to deal with the lines. You pay for what's the convenience of not having to go to 50 spots when you can just pay a little extra and get 10 shoes here. It's a thin line between that. It's a thin line between a lot of things, love and hate, ugly and fine. You ever seen a girl that's like fine but almost ugly, and ugly but kind of cute? Like, it's a thin line between all these things. You know what I mean? But for the honest, real ones that go to multiple spots, go to multiple locations to pick up their pairs to do it, that's hustle and bustle, and get into the lines hours before everybody else. That's effort and energy. There's nothing lazy about that stuff right there, but it all gets bunched together because it's the title of resellers. I'm a reseller and a collector. I have shoes that I buy for myself, and I've had shoes and have shoes that I buy to strictly resell. But there are a lot of people who came into the game and corrupted it and made it not to be what it's supposed to be, bro. You know what I mean? And like Andrew said, he visited a bunch of shoe palaces to try to win Kobe's. I mean, that's putting in the footwork. He didn't sit there and just be like, man, I'm not going to go after him because all the resellers is going to be trying to do it. He still put in his bid to try to make it happen. And that's what you got to respect. It's still a way for you to win. You know what I mean? Of course, there are bad apples where people will just backdoor the whole collection. Like we've seen the video that Trippin made talking to some ex-employees, how they were ruthlessly they were ruthless with their backdooring. They get 6 cases of a shoe, put 1 case out. That's crazy, But people, it's so many different elements that you can speak to. People who work. Okay, example. Just the other day, I was going to a Foot Locker. I said this before and I said the store, but I won't say it now just because whatever. I went to a Foot Locker and I was talking to one of the employees about some things. And she was talking about okay, whatever. They were talking about the 11s coming up, these 11s, the gratitudes, right? And she was like, she didn't know, and she works for Foot Locker. I'm like, yeah, they went up on a retail price point. She's like, what? No, that's crazy, man. I gotta buy it for like 3 of my nephew or two of my nephews and my little cousin. Really? I'm like, yeah, they went up on a price like $5 or $10. I wasn't certain, so I just said like 5 or 10, whatever. But that makes a difference after tax, especially. But then my next thing was like, yeah, but you also get you get your employee discount. And it was like, no. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, we don't get it no more. And I'm like, that don't make no sense. It's like, yeah, first they would say certain ones you couldn't do it on. Then they start saying like these types you can't do it on. Now it's like almost all of them we can't use it on. I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all the people out here pumping the product out, trying to give the customer service to have people come and buy these shoes. And now y'all don't get y'all employee discount? That's crazy. How y'all not gonna take care of the workers who's doing the job for you? So you can't even put your 30% discount on the Jordan 11 gratitudes because they're a limited hype release and all these extra specs that go to it where you can't do it. And some of the clothes you can't use your discount on. I'm like, wait a minute, like what that they just gonna take the discount away from the employees too? That's crazy. So you got these employees who are working. We're gonna talk about the real ones. The employees who go to work every day, bust their tail to work, do these 9 to 5 hours, and then they can't even use their discount on their own items. So they're putting in all this work, making whatever, probably still struggling because some people are struggling for different things. No shade or nothing, but that's just what the world is at. So then you have an opportunity. Hey, if I let these guys buy them, I can get $10, $20 on top of the shoe, make that cash tax free. I can buy my kid this. I can pay for this bill. I can take care of my car, and they get what they need, and the store gets what they need, and we're good. How can you hate on somebody doing that when they're just doing what's best for them? That's when you have to roll with the punches. Like, oh, I'm going to the store. I'm able to win these raffles doing it the normal way. Then all of a sudden I'm not winning. I'm like, wait a minute. And I see these people coming through buying 5, 6. Like, wait a minute. I don't be like, hey man, that's fucked up. Da, 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 da. It's like, well, how do I get into that? How do I maneuver around? How do I dodge this bullet and then come around and hit him with a haymaker and get my 2, 3 pair? Like, how do I do that? That's my train of thought, as opposed to, oh man, fuck these guys, man. They just out here buying up all the pair. Da, da, da. No, you don't just give up like that if you really want something, really want the thing, or you're really involved in that. I was mad about it too. I was mad about it at first when I had a few stores that I would go to before the cook groups really got cooking. There was a few locations that I went to, and just off of me being who I am, making conversation with the workers, they would look out for me on the raffles, like pull my name, whatever the case is, just on GP, just on, general principle. They would just do it because good rapport, I'm a good person, whatever. But then I started noticing that with the people I was cool with and seeing, because my ears to streets, people talk to me, I know people, whatever. So people would come to me and volunteer information about stuff. Oh, that's why I didn't win there. Oh, that's why. Oh, okay. And at first I was mad because I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm coming here, cool, we cool. But being cool and personality don't outrule money to a lot of people, especially when they might need the bread. Who's gonna pass up an extra 200, 300 or $1,000 on a release just because somebody's being nice? I've seen that firsthand where I would come through these stores. They would let me see shoes in the back. They would let me know about what they about to get. Get here, you can get this. I got you. Then one time I went to the store and I noticed that the employees' energy just changed. It was weird. It was like night and day. The employee energy just changed. Not everybody was coming to say what's up because I'm coming there doing my reporting and doing what I'm doing, but they don't want me to know about what they got here because they got people who's paying 10, 20 on top for these shoes. It was one time I went into a store to people I'd known and everybody's energy was slightly different, you know. And then I noticed like one of the guys was talking to me, but he was like talking and walking over here away from like the register and when they come from the back. And I'm talking, but I'm also noticing people trickle in, going straight, like beelining straight to the register. And it was the time that they had the I think it was like when the Zoom Jordan 1 started coming out, but they had the Jordan Zoom rookie colorway. Like, remember the Jordan 1 rookies, the rookie of the year? They had a comfort that came out in that colorway that had resell or started to get pick up steam with resell. And I was over here chilling, talking to one of the homies that we were cool, shooting shit, but he distracted me and pulled me away so they could do the cooking over there. And I seen it, but I didn't put it together till later on, like, oh, that's what that shit was. And I was mad about that. Like, what the fuck? You could have at least told me, you know, but they think that because I'm over here reporting on shoes that I'm going to be a snitch and be like, oh, these guys are backdooring here and da 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 da. I never did that like that. You know what I mean? I didn't start speaking on that stuff to like I'm either knowing or involved or whatever the case is. But like I never was like ever ratting people out, like, oh man, that's fucked up. They do this, they do that, you know. Um, the public started to see and tell me, and that's when I was more open to speak on it because a lot of you guys started noticing that that was happening. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I was breaking news. People would tell me and know about it and realize it too. Once again, you gotta roll with the punches and figure out how to bob and weave and get to what you need to get to if it's that serious. And then again, it's not really always that serious because there's gonna be another release and more locations to go to. You know, put in the footwork in multiple shoe palaces to get your foot in the door with them tickets. You know, um, to be honest with you, one thing that I do regret is like back before reselling, this is like 1918. I would come through, talk to my people at one of these locations, and we would be cool. And one of the guys, man, this is like the tip. This is like the tip of when people started doing more and more backdooring because backdooring has been existing for a very long time, but it just wasn't prevalent as everywhere as it is now. And the homie, man, shout out to him. He would always tell me, "Yeah, man, we need to catch lunch. We need to talk. I need to talk to you out the store. Like, yeah, man, we gotta sit together, make some lunch." And me, I'm always for these things, but like my mind is going on 50 million things all the time, so I'll be forgetting stuff. And I will always tell him, like, "Yeah, we're gonna do it. Yeah, we're gonna do it," with the real intentions of doing it, but just never getting around to it. And then fast forward later, I realized those many meetings he was trying to set up with me was to give me the lowdown on it and to play ball or not. I could have really had a really, 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 really good connection at a really prestigious store, but I dropped the ball on that. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I mean, it's really about how you go about it and what angle you look at it from. But resellers definitely are kind of all put into the same, you know, box, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's just the game. I get it, you know, but you just gotta learn how to adjust. That's what life is about, adjusting and was it remixing and adjusting. Like not everything's gonna be the same all the time, you know. And then now, like the running joke for a lot of stores is like some of these stores when they would backdoor, they would get rid of a lot of products, so that makes their numbers look good, and their locations would step up, which means they would get more, more quantities and better releases. And then now, as I keep saying economy, which is true, but as now as reselling is down, economy is down, these stores are getting all these extra releases, but not moving units, and it's not Like at one point it was looking bad, but now that it's across the board, it kind of makes sense. But you clown that store too, like, oh man, look at them. They was doing that stuff now. I've said that before, like, yeah, because I noticed it, like, damn, they were getting all these, and then now that everything's sitting, they got a lot of heat just sitting there because at one point they was able to pump the money. One thing that saved them from getting in trouble was because it's down across the board. So it's not like they sticking out like a sore thumb, like, why you guys getting rid of stuff then and not now? Well, nobody's getting rid of stuff now. So it kind of all follows suit and stays together. You know what I'm saying? So it really just depends on what side you're on, which I'm curious about knowing you guys in the chat. Where do you guys feel? Because there's so many layers to this whole reselling thing, why people could like or not like it. Backdooring, I feel like is a form of cheating. It's not the top level of cheating, but it's a form of cheating. Bots is flat out cheating to me. I think bots go first, backdooring second, and then whatever else after that, because everything else is kind of backdooring. you know, it's just so many different forms of backdooring. Whether I'm gonna pay you extra on top of the shoe for you to guarantee me the shoe, I buy you lunch so then I can get my shoe. I give you a gift card or something so I can get my shoe. All that's different forms of backdooring. So, if you're going to talk about one backdooring and you're doing any one of the other options, you're backdooring too, nigga. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I say I partake in that part, because like I do also run a sneaker situation as far as my content and getting it out to you guys to see what's going on. So I didn't want to do it, but I had to play ball or either not be able to bring some of the shoes I wanted to. Luckily for me, mine don't rely on the Jordans and the Dunks. I'm more basketball shoes, and those are basketball shoes, but mine's are more these LeBrons and other shoes like these basketball shoes. Now, this was not backdoor by a stretch of the imagination. Some stores just put out shoes early, and we get lucky to find them. These drop on the 19th, I think it is. So, happen to get them a little earlier. And that was how I was able to do my thing. I would always come across early shoes, but they were basketball shoes, so nobody was backdooring them unless as the cook groups got bigger, some of the basketball shoes became into the back door, like Barclays were once like the OGs came back out. A few other hyped basketball shoes get thrown in that bunch of hype shoes because of what it was. But the average basketball shoe is not really that. So I never really had to rely on it. It was just always like, as I have my membership where I go buy shoes for people to make sure my members was good, that made sense for me because I wanted to make sure I was able to provide a good service for my members. You know what I mean? Especially when they live in other states that don't get these shoes in. That's why I was doing that. I still do it, just not as big. People aren't really, to be honest with you, buying as many shoes, and the shoes that they're buying, it's not really it'd be things that I find on sale, you know what I mean? Or once in a while, like a cacao dunk low for a couple people. If you don't get them in your area, then I can help you out. But of course, I got to get my fee because I'm the one driving and moving and go get the shoes and everything. So I'm really curious to see what the feedback is on that and what you guys think about that whole backdoor situation. But it's like that, that's just where we kind of came to, and the backdooring hasn't stopped. It's just moved to other products, you know. So people feel like these Jordans and stuff like that is sitting and backdooring is dead. No, no, no. There's other items now that are getting backdoor. There's still things out there that are still, hyped enough to get backdoor, because once you're plugged in and once you're doing that, you kind of stay there to stay afloat. You might be knee deep in the backdooring, and then everything's drying up because the resale ain't there. But then when these other things come out, like these Uggs now, these Uggs have been like the thing that people are going after crazy. And those things are getting backdoor. And it's like, who's backdooring Uggs? But yeah, because there's some of the ones out there that do have resale. A lot of people do like them. I guess more girls like them. So guys are getting to the girls or whatever at a resale price. It just moves to another item. It's not always just the hype shoes. It's not dead. It just moves to other things. And then once it comes back around to a shoe, then you might have problems trying to get it. You know what I mean? Travis Scott's, things of that nature, hype collabs. Those still, you have to kind of still play ball with those. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the thing, man. It's just about putting in the work, and I don't know. It's not as easy as people think it is, and not everybody's corrupt. There are a lot of corrupt people, but there's bad apples in every bunch of everything we do out here in this world, bro. So when people talk that shit, and make fun of people who are in a struggle for things. You should see the comments on some of these resellers when they post stuff. The things people say in there. I hope you guys grab. I hope you guys can't sell shit no more. Like, god damn, is it that serious? They really hurt your feelings that bad, bro? They hurt your feelings that bad that you wishing that on people? That's sad. I think that's really sad. But that's just the life that we're in right now, man. That's just how people do it. That's just how people do it, bro. It is what it is. Slick with the kicks. What's going on with you, bro? How you doing? It is what that is. Let me see. So let me see what's in my Discord real quick. So as we goes, more Discord finds. A lot of these gloves. Ben, shout out to Ben. He's always dropping really good information in the Discord and good finds. I guess more Nike gloves have been showing up at Ross. Ross and Burlington are always going back and forth, neck and neck. It really depends on what you're looking for. Okay, kicks of the day. Gratitudes. Let me look at that right now. Cause wait. I seen somebody post something. Let me see. Let me just look and see on sneakers right now if there are pairs still available on sneakers. Because usually sneakers sell out and everywhere else don't. Yeah, the gratitudes are still there. Wait, let me see. That's grade school though. Maybe not. Maybe not. Excuse me. So on sneakers, it appears that yeah, on sneakers, the Jordan 11 gratitude sold out because it's not available on their site. Only grade school is available right now. 3.5 through 7. I mean, I'm not trying to buy it. No, I don't want to do that. So gratitude sold out on sneakers, but they probably only released 20 pair and said sold out, and then next week there'll be all these other pair or whatever because they made 1 million pairs of these. These are the holiday shoes. So I hate when they do that kind of, I don't know if it's bait and switch or whatever it is. I hate when they do that. Say it's sold out there, then a week later it's back up or full size run, or you see them at stores sitting like crazy. This was kind of surprising, but not really. We can't be surprised by anything that we're seeing now. These human races popping up at Burlington. He paid. Oh wow! I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that. I did not notice that. $25. These things retail for like $220. You can go to Shoe Palace in Glendale right now. They have them still full retail. Damn, they have for $25. I wonder if that means $25 Adidas Boost is going to come back to the stores. Because at one point Ross had a lot of the Adidas Boost for $25, and now they're like 39 or 40 something bucks. Like they raised the price for sure. The NMDs are 60 something bucks. Like it's good for personal, but not good for reselling. And I talked to one of my buddies who's a reseller of car parts, and he was talking same thing that we're dealing with in the sneaker game. He goes to the junkyard to find parts and he resells them and he used to eat. But now, just like Goodwills are doing, these junkyards are looking up the prices for how much these items go for and then basing their sales price at that, which, like everybody else who's raising their prices, is only hurting the stores because things are being left behind now. If you guys are gonna do research and try to sell them when you guys can sell them for what you said, they sold them for $25 for this shoe right here, but if they looked it up, they could see that they could sell it for like 69 to 79 bucks, and that might deter a lot more people from grabbing them as opposed to $25. When at $25 they're still making money, so why not just leave it at $25? So that's good to see that he found them for that $25. Hopefully the other boosts coming through can go back to $25 because it just made more sense for everybody. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, this stuff is interesting. These jeans, Big Dog B with the jeans for $21. They retail for $268. We like to see that. Those stores can sell stuff and then we can still make profits. You know what I mean? And I don't know what he prices them at, but you can charge $80 and still win, $60, $70 and still win. Both people feel like they won. You know what I mean? We got Air Force Ones popping up for $60 on these. Shout out to Pixie once again. Jeans, clearance out 12.99 with the retail price 139 or two something. Polo shoes marked down at 19 bucks. Polo shoes go for pretty good amounts also. Okay, we got the kicks on feet. Kicks on feet. Sorry for the lagging right now. Oh yeah. Yeah, so this some of the finds people have been finding posted in the Discord. Timberlands, the red ones, those do have resale. Reimagined Jordan 3s have been popping back up at Ross too. However, most people have been finding them in bigger size, 18, 17. That's a little bit more of an acquired taste, but we are in basketball season and there are people who hoop who do have those big sizes that's needed. You know, you gotta be very selective on that type of stuff though when it comes to them size 18s and 19s. There are people out there to find them, but you gotta find them, and they might be a little bit more less than people who wear more common sizes. So just keep that in mind too. 39 bucks for a jersey, 350 bucks. Wow. But even this goes into what I'm saying about buying something for 39 bucks and seeing that 350 price point and like, man, I could get at least 200 for it, but then you sell it for 134 or 65. I mean, I'm a little more happy with 134, but if I sold this shit for 65 bucks, I would be mad, but I shouldn't be because it's still a profit from what I got it for. But I'm seeing that main tag of 350. I'm like, I should get at least 100 plus. But it's about swallowing that pill, swallowing that type of shit right there. You gotta be cool with doing that. You know what I mean? Hoka's down to 41, the boots. Okay. Shout out to Pick C. Like there's a lot of good things out there in other categories and other shoes that you wouldn't normally go for. You know what I mean? Maybe people will go for Hoka's, but then again, they're priced at like 80, 90 bucks. But when you see it clearanced out, that's always good. The Reebok Classic right here, 16.99. Good materials on that. You could probably get at least 50 on that, maybe more. But like I would just say low ball like 40, 50 bucks, depending on where you're selling it at. Basketball's got resale too. I don't know. I hate that. Sometimes you can send a shoe into a go to StockX and they say the shoe got discoloration. And these don't look discolored. That type of stuff is annoying too. I've definitely have had I haven't had my share, but I've seen people talk about it. I don't know if I had to. Yeah, no, I definitely had the whole thing of you send the shoe and they say it's discolored when it's not. Yeah, I definitely had to deal with that before. And then I showed this on one of my recent videos. This is why everything's going, all these reimagines are going to show up at the outlets heavily discounted and stuff because I'm sure a lot of stores are having the same amount. It's like a shelf up there full. This one's all full, and then you got all these right here. All of the reimagines still available, bro. They got full size runs in the stores. Full size runs in the stores, bro. Very interesting, man. Very, very interesting. Shout out to everybody still here rocking, man. We here later night. What is it? 2:54, almost 3. We've been going for 2 hours and 30 something minutes. I appreciate all you guys being here for however long you're here for. You know, as I mentioned earlier, I do have some last minute touches I got to do for this video. So I'm gonna end this stream right now. I would love to continue to go, but I will be up to like 4 or 5 in the morning, and I got a video dropping at 6, and I got to do some behind the scenes stuff for this one video or two videos. So I'm gonna do this now. I'm about to get out of here. Shout out to you guys for being here. Hit the like button before you leave. Leave comments if you have any comments about something that I said. Um, all the links to links in the description for ways to get in touch with me, and then also check out my website boscosgoodies.com. A lot of things have been marked down heavily. Shout out to we got a order today. Um, Shout out to whoever bought that. I don't even know what it was. Let me look and see right now. Cheyenne Bloom bought the Grant Hills from me. Bought one of the Grant Hills for me. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming through the website and checking it out. I do got some good stuff there, and the prices have been marked down. So definitely check out the website and see if there's something there you want. If it's not, maybe we'll get something there soon. But yeah, I will be on Whatnot next week. I didn't go Friday. I got caught up in stuff, and then you get tired and all this stuff. So I was gonna go later last night. I was gonna do a collab stream with Drum on Whatnot, but I had too many things going on during the day. I kept having to push it back. It was supposed to be at 7, then it was supposed to be at 9:30, then I was gonna be at 11:30. I got tired. I fell asleep, woke back up at like 1. It was all over the place yesterday. But I will put out notifications on my platform so you guys can know when I'm on Whatnot too and come and get some of this stuff for the cheap. If you're new to Whatnot, use my link in the description to get $15 to spend on Whatnot. Definitely can go a long way. But as we getting closer and closer to Christmas and the end of the year, I just got to find more ways to pump stuff out. So check out my website, follow me on Whatnot, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next stream. Have a good night.